frontier society like Dodge City, the sources of amusement were few, and they were liable to be rough, disreputable, and overcrowded. Most of them could lead to trouble for somebody. And sometimes one of them could lead to trouble for the whole community, and for Wyatt Earp.
Hey, aren't you kind of afraid of getting yourself run over sitting out here in the middle of the street like that?
Howdy, Wyatt. Well, it's cool out here.
Well, you wouldn't be so warm if you'd quit wearing that rug of fringe around.
Thought you'd be at the race this afternoon.
Race?
Yeah, a horse race. Bill Canyon's racing his Blaze Stallion again this afternoon.
Oh, where?
Over across the river, I reckon.
Well, who challenged him this time?
I don't know. Man's a fool, whoever he was.
Yeah, I didn't think there was a horse left that he hadn't beat.
Marshal! Marshal there!
What's the matter, Wendy?
Indians, just to the other side of the bridge, not 500 yards from town and coming.
Wait a minute.
I'm going to the long way.
Well, it's foolish, but I guess we better get out there and take a look.
That's for the buffalo hides. That's for the robes. This is for the horses. Look, we've got a lot more to bet here. That all the horses you got?
That is all.
You can get more. You Indians can always find more horses somewhere. That's for your promise to deliver 20 more horses.
That I cannot promise.
Same value in hides. Marshal, what are you doing down here? Come out to watch the race?
Are you the one they called Bullhead? Little Elk's band?
Yes.
How's my friend Little Elk?
He's well.
My friend, Mr. Cousin?
He's in the south, hunting.
Yeah, I figured he was away, otherwise I would have heard about this. You know you're not supposed to be this close to town, don't you?
He feared to come to us.
Sure. Why should I risk my neck down there in the territory?
So you egged him into crossing the treaty line, huh?
All right, so why not? Now, what harm are they doing? What's wrong with a little horse race?
Well, I'll tell you. Between Cheyenne and white men, there always can be trouble. Anything can start it. A misunderstanding, something little that wouldn't mean much to anybody else.
Well, don't worry about it, Marshal. Ain't gonna be no trouble. There ain't enough of them to start anything.
We'll send them packing just as soon as the race is over.
Why, sure. They'll be glad to get away with their skins.
What if you lose?
We won't lose. My horse can beat anything on 4 feet.
You're real sure of that, huh?
That's right, Marshal. I wouldn't have him if he couldn't. I'm a horse lover, Marshal. But I only love the fastest.
Why, sure. Look what they brung to raise Mill Stallion. That measly little pinto he's not even hardly wake enough to run a race.
We won't lose, Marshal, unless you try to stop the race.
Well, he'd probably just go behind my back anyway. But remember one thing, Mr. Canyon. A bet's a bet, no matter who wins. I'm going to stay right here and see that the winner collects.
Why, thanks, Marshal. You do that. Bullhead, let's finish up our business. To the same amount of hides.
Them Cheyenne sure love to bet. I've heard they even bet their wives and kids sometimes. Look at all them buffalo robes they brought.
Horses, too.
Sure hate to see them lose it all.
Yeah, maybe they won't. I've heard that little Pinto horse there is right fast.
Canyon don't seem to figure he's risking very much the way he's putting out his gold. He ain't gonna like it none either if he loses.
Would you like to start him, Marshal?
Yeah, I'll start him.
You ready? This turn. Ride him, Walter. Ride him. Let him out. Bullhead. Must have done something. Cheated somehow.
He didn't cheat. That Pinto horse was the fastest. Like I said, Mr. Canyon, a bet is a bet. Go ahead and take your winnings, Bullhead.
Sure. Take it. It's yours.
Hey, Marshal, you gonna let them savages take our money?
You made a bet, not an investment. If you'd have won, you'd have taken their hides and horses.
All right, the race is over. Going back to town.
Take him back to the stables.
Maybe this'll teach you, Mr. Canyon. There's never a sure thing.
Maybe you're right, Marshal.
There's always a faster horse somewhere and a luckier man.
That's quite some pinto you got there. Sure fooled me. What do you want for him?
I do not want to sell.
Oh, come now, I'll pay you a good price.
Why do you want my horse? Yours is almost as fast. We will not race again.
I want to know that I've got the fastest, that there's not another horse can beat him anywhere.
Except for mine.
That's just it, except for yours. Bullhead, I want that horse.
No,
I'll pay you 200 in gold.
I do not need your gold.
What do you care anyway? Just a horse to you, something for you to ride till he drops.
He's good for the hunt.
Wait, look around. I'm going to have that horse one way or another, Bullhead. Now, you tell him to cut him out of the herd and leave him here. I'll pull this trigger.
You would be a dead man.
At the first sound of a shot, the marshal and all the others will be back here mighty quick. Besides, you'll be dead first.
You want my horse that bad?
I do.
Then shoot.
Stay back or I'll kill you. No, no!
and the Verpa to go after him, we'll get up our own posse and go down and clean him out, right?
Right.
All right. They probably ain't very far off. They don't figure no man's got the nerve to go on down after him, so we can catch him easy. Revenge poor old Milt. Wipe out every last heathen. Well, what do you say? Who's with me now? Well, come on!
Where do you think you're going, Walters?
If you won't do your job, Marshal, then we're going to have to do it for you.
Right. Did it ever occur to you, Mr. Walters, that there might be two sides to this?
You going to take the side of a savage against Milt? You going to try to save him from what's coming to him?
I'm going to see that he stands trial, that's all. That's my job.
Then why don't you do it? You let him ride right away from you. Didn't even give him a chase.
That's right.
That's right. Sure didn't. Mr. Walters, you saw what their horses were like. Besides, it's not going to be too difficult to find Little Elk's band.
What about Bullhead? Give him a little time, he'll disappear. But we don't figure to let that happen.
Well, neither do I. I'm going out there right now. But I'm going alone, Mr. Walters. You understand that?
Maybe we don't figure to wait on you, Marshal.
You'll wait. Now, any man that comes out of this saloon after me is going to go to jail.
And I'll see to it.
One sound, white man. You die. Bioko! Bioko! Go. Follow. Okay.
How many others are with you?
I came alone.
I am to believe that?
It is true, Little Elk. Your guards can watch. You do not remember me?
I remember.
Then you know that we are friends.
A white man is dead. Is that not why you are here?
Yes. I came for Bullhead.
As I thought.
He must go back. It is the law that I must enforce.
I might trust you, my friend, but I do not trust the others.
Little Elk, you must learn to trust the white man's law, because your people will have to live under this law. You can trust it to be fair.
Can you promise that it will return Bullhead to his people without harm?
No, I cannot promise that, because he will not return if he is judged to have killed without cause.
I have judged him and found him without blame. It is enough.
No, it is not enough. If he does not go back, the white men will say that he is guilty, and he will be hunted and punished. He must go back.
Even if he wished it, he could not go. He is near death.
Death? How?
From the white man's bullet.
May I see him?
Butchako.
Bullet.
Do not fear, my brother.
I want to see your wound. In the back. That bullet will have to come out.
Negita!
Trust me. I do not want you to die. feel better now.
Thank you.
A few days you'll be well enough to travel. Then we'll head for Dodge.
No.
Why then do you save him? If only to take him back to die? That is cruelty.
To Count Coup. To win him much honor. So that he can speak of his bravery around the council fires at night. Kill him, little elk. I ask it because I cannot.
No, I will not kill him. But I will send him away.
Bullhead must come back to Dodge with me.
I have told you, he is without blame.
And I have promised that he would be judged fairly.
And that he would be returned to his people.
I told you I cannot promise that. But I will do everything I can to make it so.
Bullhead is free now. Why should that be changed? You will return without him.
All right. But I warn you, if he does not come back to Dodge to answer to the law, they will send soldiers. You know what will happen then?
We are not afraid of soldiers. We can fight.
Must your whole tribe suffer for one man?
If that must be. For he is without blame. Go.
I will leave. But I will tell my people that Bullhead will come to Dodge when he's well enough to travel. Until the sun is high, 4 days from now. Farewell.
Well, Marshal Earp, it's past noon. Where is he?
Yeah, where is he, Marshal?
You know that Indians don't carry watches.
What kind of a fool are you anyway, expecting a savage to give himself up?
Mr. Walters, I guess I was hoping more than expecting.
I don't think you expecting at all. Because I don't think you went to that Cheyenne camp. So we'll have to go after Bullhead. And if because of all this wasted time he's given us the slip, we'll be back to talk to you, Earp.
You're talking to me right now, Mr. Walters. I'm going to tell you all the same thing I told you before. Any man that goes into that Indian territory is going to go to jail.
You can't put the whole town in jail.
Oh, you bet you can, Marshal.
I'm warning you, Walters.
Well, save your breath. If you want to know what I think, Marshal, I think you're a coward. I think you're afraid to go in there after Bullhead.
What? What?
It's Bullhead. Little Elk. Put down those guns.
Put him down.
Little Elk.
My brother has come so that all may know the truth, and so that his tribe need not suffer for him. You will remember your promise, white man?
He will be judged fairly. I will see to it.
It will be well if you do, or if you do not.
Look at there. Mountains are covered with Indians.
They brought the whole tribe.
Agora.
Follow me. Those the boys you brought to back up your story?
They can say I speak the truth.
All right, inside.
The jail?
That's right. We'll be safe until the hearing this afternoon.
Earp and all his Indians. Here they come. Yeah. I have Earp might like it. Why, you with your lover.
Well, I told you, come on, man. You
You too, Shotgun. You're just another Indian.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
I got a right to go in there. He was my friend.
All right, let him in. The rest of you stay outside.
What's the matter with us? Stay out. Come on now. Why can't we go in?
And then he said he would shoot me, that I would be dead before my friends could help me. I turned to my horse, and that is when he shot me. He was going to shoot me again, but I knocked the gun away and leaped upon him and drove the knife into him. And that is all. I did not want to kill him, but I'm not sorry.
Do you actually believe a cock and bull story like that?
Mr. Walters, I must remind you, this is a court of law. Besides, the story is plausible. We all know that Canyon was crazy about his racehorses, that he had to have only the fastest.
Besides, what possible motive did he have? He'd already won most of Mr. Canyon's money.
Since when does a savage need a motive for killing? They've been spreading blood across this West for a generation.
Mr. Walters, we cannot allow past events to prejudice us. We are here only to consider the killing of Milt Canyon, nothing more.
Well, there's not an ounce of proof for his story.
But there is, Your Honor.
Can you explain that, Marshal Earp?
The proof is in Bullhead's back. Stand up, Bullhead. Turn around. Lift up your shirt. You see that wound? Bullhead was shot in the back. That proves he had to be attacked first. He was shot in the back as he tried to get on his horse.
How do you know that's a bullet wound in his back?
Because I took the bullet out. And there's proof, Your Honor.
Well, seems there's nothing more to say. The court calls it justifiable homicide. Case dismissed.
Mr. Wallace, starting Indian trouble means trouble for everybody. All right, make an aisle through there. Shotgun taking one of their horses. Break it up. Get out of the way.
All right, Marshal, what's the verdict?
Justifiable homicide. Case dismissed.
That's what we was afraid of. If Judge Tobin is scared of them Cheyennes, we ain't. We aim to see justice done.
Oh, you do you? Well, Bullhead killed Canyon in self-defense. Ask Walters. Go on, ask him if it isn't true.
Walt, is it?
Yeah, it's true.
Thanks, Mr. Walters.
Wendell.
You tell Little Elk that after this, he should trust the white man's law.
Wendell.
Look at you. Aye.
I hope the day will come when they always can.
Yeah, I hope so.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
They had a juvenile delinquent problem in 1878, too. Kids from the small towns and cities of the East and Middle West headed for the frontier in search of excitement or reputations as outlaws. Dodge City had a plague of these brats, and Marshal Wyatt Earp didn't have a child guidance expert or a psychiatrist to tell him just what to do. Marshal Wyatt Earp used plain, common horse sense.
Drink here. Don't take all day about it.
How old are you?
Old enough.
Well, I don't know. You don't look no more than 16 or 17 to me.
I ordered a drink. There's my money.
Hold it, Mr. Bryce. I have to arrest you, Sonny.
What for?
Backing a gun, you're too young to be hanging around the saloon.
I'm past 21.
Well, you forgot to check your Colt in the gun rack. Come on.
I hate you cops.
Well, that's too bad. Go on.
No matter what you do to me, I'm not gonna talk.
Sit down there and stay there. Another runaway, Mr. Gibbs. Just keep dropping off every freight train.
I came in a regular train car, and I'm not a vagrant.
Hush up, kid. Seems to me you take an awful lot of sass off these smart kids. What he needs is a good larrapin with a hickory stick.
You just try it.
Mr. Gibbs, you go on patrol.
I'll be glad to. Smart aleck loudmouth kids are coming in here raising Cain.
As for you, Sonny, don't you go around daring a man to spank you. You're liable to find somebody that'll take you up on it.
Not while I have my gun.
Well, I'm holding this. Now, I want your name, where you're from, and your age. It'll save a lot of time and trouble for both of us.
My name is John Smith. I'm 21, and I come from Chicago. Now, what's the charge?
You have a job or $25?
I've got $500. Want me to count it for you?
Where'd you steal all that?
You prove I stole it.
All right, $25.
For what?
For violating a city ordinance. Failure to check your firearms.
Do I get my gun back?
Nope, I'm holding your gun. Till you tell me where you're from, what your name is, and what your age is.
Cops. 2 10s and a 5. Anything else?
Yeah, you get on that first train heading home. I may not be able to hold you for vagrancy, but you keep hanging around Dodge and you're going to be jailbait.
That's what you say.
You don't like policemen, do you? You probably think that all hoodlums and outlaws are real nice people, don't you?
I sure do.
Well, I've heard a lot of young fellas say that and used to think it was very funny, but I don't think it's very funny anymore. You're going to have to learn the hard way.
Well, thanks for the fatherly advice. You must have paid Ned Buntline to make you a tin-star hero.
Walt? Walt?
Right here, Marshal.
Take a look out that window. See that kid walking up the street? I want you to tail him. I just took his gun away. First thing you'll do is try to buy another one.
Dodge City kid, huh?
Walt, a punk like that can kill you just as dead as a grown man. You be careful. I got a hunch he's from a good family. Maybe we can stop him before he lands in the reform school.
Howdy, son. What can I do for you?
I want a Colts 45.
Colts Frontier. Let's see, how old are you?
I'm past 21.
About 17, I'd say. Can't sell you a handgun. How about a nice .22 rifle?
No, I want a Colts 45. I'll pay you $10 above the price.
Sorry, son.
Here's the $40. Well, what are you scared of? Come on, give me the gun.
I don't know, Sonny. What's a kid like you want with a .45?
Don't call me Sonny. What I want with a gun is my business. Now, you gonna sell it or not?
All right, I'll sell it. But now, mind you, don't you tell Earper you got it, because there happens to be a town law against it.
Howdy, Morton.
Oh, howdy. I was just showing the kid the gun.
No harm in that. Take a good look, kid. Now, you go hang that on the rack, Morton.
Sure. What right have you got to butt into my business?
The law and Marshal Earp don't want children to have guns. My advice, Sonny, try some other town.
Well, that does it. Well, what can I do for you, Marshal?
Well, sir, I'm trying to trace a young fellow that says he came in on a sleeper from the east. Blonde-headed boy.
Kid about 17 years old, maybe 5'7", 8.
Mm-hmm.
He came in number 9 last night.
Think there's any way of tracing where he might have bought his ticket?
Well, I could send a wire to Sam Willoughby. He's the conductor on number 9. He'd know point of origin, maybe even his name.
Fine. Do it, would you?
Kid making trouble?
Well, he's trying awful hard, too. I'd like to send him home before anything happens. Shotgun, you and Walt go around front.
What if that kid starts shooting?
Then take cover, but don't shoot back. I'll try and get in behind him.
Maybe a walking arsenal. We better win him.
No. Now go ahead, start for the front. I'll give you time.
Who tried to buy a gun from me this afternoon.
Shotgun, take him over to jail. Use the back door.
My pleasure.
All right, break it up, everybody. Just a fool kid, nobody hurt. Walt, I'm going to check his room at the hotel. Now get those people out of here.
He tried to steal my guns, broke my window. Huh. Wyatt, this one goes to reform school, and there's no begging him off.
We'll see, Your Honor. Now, you check your stock. I want a full report.
Reform school? That's where he goes, reform school.
Marshal? Marshal, the telegraph operator left this for you.
Thank you. Steubenville, Ohio. Point of ticket origin. Passenger bought Pullman space at Cincinnati, giving name of John Smith, Jr.
The kid who robbed Jim Kelly?
Yeah. I'll wire the police at Steubenville. You have the maid straighten this place up.
Will the boy come back here?
I doubt it. Leave his luggage here.
Well, it's about time.
He's the son of a distinguished member of the Ohio Bar and circuit court judge.
Well, what if he is? The boy was caught red-handed.
Oh, take it easy, Jim. His folks will be here soon. Too many dime novels and Wild West shows, I suppose.
I wish I really knew.
Well, I know. Dime novels and Buffalo Bill don't make a criminal. His folks neglected him or something.
The boy's father is the judge. He wouldn't neglect his son.
Oh, indeed now.
Every time a kid goes wrong, only his parents get the blame. You go along with that, Marshal?
Sometimes, not always. What do you think, Mr. Gibbs?
Well, sir, I'll tell you what I think. I don't believe these kids is whooped enough.
Well, the parents won't use discipline, and they won't let the teachers use it either.
Now, wait a minute, Mr. Kelly. I suggest we hold Alf in jail just until his folks get here.
It's the only fair thing to do.
I say no. I won't withdraw my charge. That young hoodlum goes to reform school, and that's final. If you gentlemen will excuse me.
Well, I guess I'll go feed Roscoe his breakfast.
I still say it's the trash they read and the stage shows they see. They all glorify the outlaw, make him a sort of a Robin Hood. Our friends Buntline and Cody have their share of the blame.
No, sir.
What do you mean?
Well, Judge, thousands of kids all over the country read dime novels, they go to theaters, they watch Buffalo Bill. 99% of them have more sense than try to act that stuff out in real life. Now, there's something else bothering Alf.
You think he's loco?
No, sir. But he doesn't react to things like any other normal kid. The world, life as it actually is. He's got no sense of realism. It's about as close as I can get to it.
Yeah. We're going to have trouble with Jim. All he can think about is reform school.
Well, reform school isn't going to solve anything with this boy. No, I think we're going to have to wait until his folks get here, see what they're like, what they have to say.
Yes, you're right. You're lucky, Wyatt. You're not a parent. My daughters call me a grumpy, stuffed shirt.
Hey, kid, how long you in for?
Not long.
Well, 30 days?
All I have to do is telegraph my folks. They'll get me out.
When'll that be?
I don't know. Why?
Well, they've got me for robbing a stage.
You a stage robber? I'm no greenhorn.
Well, bang your cup on the bars when Herb comes, ask him.
I suppose you were the leader of the gang.
No, Greasy Merkin. You've heard of him, huh?
Greasy Merkin. He's wanted by the Pinkertons and the Federals. What's the deal?
Well, Greasy don't know that Herb caught me. Him and the boys are camped south of Dodge. Get it? Now, I was thinking, if your folks spring you, will you get the word to Greasy? $10, kid?
I don't need money.
Greasy won't hurt you. He'll treat you like a real friend.
Shut up, will you? Let me think.
Well, this here kid says he wants to talk to you.
What about?
About sending a telegram, he says.
All right, send him in.
I don't like you shoving me around.
You need worse than that.
Take it easy, Mr. Gibbs. We're dealing with a child, you know. Now, what's on your mind?
I want to send a telegram. Is there any law against it?
You, by any chance, would want to send a telegram to Mr. and Mrs. Judge Horton of Steubenville, Ohio, would you? Because Mr. and Mrs. Horton are already on their way here to Dodge. They think you might be their son, Alfred. Little Alfie, 17 years old, stole $900 from his papa. Being hunted by police and private detectives all over the Middle West.
Gee, what a smart cop.
Would you like to notify anybody else, Alfie?
No, never mind.
Stop right there, driver. Now, Madge, you go on to the hotel and register. I'm going over to jail.
No, I'll go with you.
All right, then.
Mr. and Mrs. Judge Horton?
Yes? Oh, you must be Marshal Earp.
Yes, sir. I been kind of watching out for you.
Well, thank you, Marshal. I just want you to know how much Mrs. Horton and I appreciate the way you've handled this.
How is Alfred? He wasn't injured, was he?
No, ma'am. You'll have plenty of chance to talk to him before Judge Tobin hears the case.
In open court, I'm afraid?
Sir, we try to handle our minors quietly.
Oh, thank you, Marshal. Thank you. I don't know how this happened or what we did wrong.
I hope the court will parole after us.
Yes, give us another chance.
Well, ma'am, Judge Tobin, Mayor Kelly, they're understanding men. Driver, would you take the bags over to the Dodge House? Come with me.
Don't shoot! Let him go!
Marshal, wasn't that our son?
Yes, sir. Now, you and Mrs. Horton go on over to the hotel. I'll take care of things.
You won't hurt him, will you?
What are you going to do with him? I'm just going to try and bring him back. Now, you go on over to the hotel. Now, don't worry, ma'am. Come along, Madge.
I told Walt not to trust him, but he said you gave him permission to let him wait for his folks in the jail office. He whacked Walt on the head and stole his rifle and pistol and took off.
Any idea what trail he might have taken?
Well, him Dode Clemens in the next cell was mighty friendly. I reckon he'd ride south to join Greasy Merkin.
That's right. Come on, move that view.
All it. Just a fool kid.
Mr. Greasy Merkin here?
What's it to you, Sonny?
I got a note from Dode Clemens. He's in jail in Dodge City.
Let me have it.
Are you the Greasy Merkin? The famous outlaw? I ain't doubting your word. You just don't look like an outlaw leader.
There you are, Greasy. You should have shaved this morning. You should have shaved.
Shut up.
It's from Dode, all right. Let him stay in jail.
Why, you can't do that. One of your own men. You gotta ride in there and spring him.
You're a fresh kid, ain't you? Grab his gun. Here, I got a dishwasher for you, Cookie.
I didn't come here to wash dishes.
The spoiled brat from back east somewhere. You're gonna have to whoop some sense into it.
If you don't need a real hand, then give me my guns and let me go.
Well, now I couldn't do that. I've changed hideouts. I don't want you to go blabbing to Wyatt Earp.
I hate him. Give me my 45 and I'll ride back to Dodge and gun him.
Big talk. You wash the dishes.
No.
You hold him, boss. I'll whip him.
Here, I owe him a few licks, too.
And his father and I tried all the rules to win Alfred's confidence. Judge Horton took him hunting and fishing. I reasoned with him. So did his teachers. And Mr. Radford, our minister.
Nothing seemed to do any good, Judge. Instead of loving us, I think he came to dislike us.
Well, people who don't have any children always say that parents are too harsh or too indulgent or... What do you say, Mr. Mayor?
I don't know. I was in favor of sending him to reform school. But after listening to you folks, I just don't know.
A reform school?
Now, Madge.
Well, this has been a trying session for all of us. When Marshal Earp brings the boy back, I'll ask him his opinion.
How are we going to get Alf out of there without shooting?
We won't.
What do you mean?
Alf has joined Greasy's gang. A day or so of them will teach him more about outlaws than all our preaching can do. We'll tell his folks we came back to form a posse.
Ain't you taking a big chance, Wyatt? That boy needs a good whipping, I admit. But old Greasy might hurt him real bad.
Well, if he keeps on the way he's going now, he's going to hang someday. Toughen up, Mr. Gibbs. It's a hard world, and outlaws are scum. And Alf, he's got to learn realism. If he doesn't, what's the point in taking him back to bedevil his folks the rest of their lives? Let's get out of here.
Put it down.
You make me.
I'll bust your head open.
Drop that knife, kid.
No. I hate you. I hate and despise you all.
Well, gee.
You're afraid of Wyatt Earp.
Yeah?
I'll blast him down, but you won't give me my gun.
Give it to him, boss. He's loco enough to try gunning Earp.
Yeah, maybe even lucky enough. All right, kid. I'm calling your bluff.
It's no bluff. Just give me my gun.
Couldn't find him?
No, sir. We'll have to form a posse.
Right away, Marshal. His mother's frantic.
Well, not tonight, Judge Horton. Just a couple hours before dark.
Well, he's probably hiding someplace in the brush. I'll go along and explain to your wife.
I'd appreciate it. She's almost hysterical. Good night, Marshal.
Good night, sir.
Mighty nice folks, the Hortons. I don't understand how they could have a son like Alf.
Well, I tell you, Mr. Kelly, I think they had an ancestor way back about 10 generations ago. Some romantic fool that rode around in a great big white Charger, shining armor, poking swords at windmills. Speaking of local fools, I gotta go check the cattle pens. That's the romantic part about my job.
All right, Mr. Earp.
Oh, howdy, Mr. Horton.
Draw. I dare you, draw.
No, thanks.
All right. I gave you a fair break.
You know, all the bad men of the West have notches in their guns. So I'm gonna give you a notch, Mr. Horton. You killed a steer. Of course, it won't be a very big notch. You only killed a small steer. But you can remember it with pride for the rest of your life.
My mom and dad in town?
Yeah, they're at the Dodge House.
Look, hide me in jail. Tell them I'm dead. Anything but the truth.
Don't you ever be afraid of the truth, son. I think Judge Tobin will parole you to your folks on one condition.
What's the condition?
Just say you're sorry.
Who's there?
Marshal Earp, sir.
Come in.
I've been a fool. I'm sorry. I'm awful sorry.
Thank you, Marshal.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Wyatt
of Skinner Smith, Lone Shark, Skinflint, and the most disliked man in Dodge City, presented Marshal Earp with the strangest murder mystery of his career. Public opinion was all on the side of the murderer. People thought Skinner Smith deserved killing, and Wyatt found himself almost alone in his determination to solve the case.
Well, we just want to see if Skinner's really dead.
Too good to be true.
Be a good sport, Mr. Gibbs. Let us in.
Nope. Wyatt and Doc McCarty's in there. I got strict orders to keep all of you out. Now, why don't you move along? Get along.
Well?
Let's just say he died of heart failure. And good riddance.
Doc? It was poison, wasn't it?
I guess so. Well, this town loathed him. Skinner Smith had it coming.
That's not for you or I to say. My job's to find out how he got that poison.
Wyatt, can't you let it drop?
Nope.
All right. Here. I found it in his hand.
Plug of chewing tobacco. The killer poison this?
I suspect so. Just call it heart failure. Save a lot of trouble.
You can't do that. You're the coroner. Is there any way of testing this for poison?
Look, Wyatt. Smith was the meanest man in Dodge. If you do find the one responsible for this, he'll be a public hero. Why get involved? I'm willing to sign the death certificate.
You just think you are. Look, I don't know anything good about Smith either. But murder's murder, and we're public officials.
All right. It'll take me a half a day to test for poison. But as you say, I'm coroner, and I get paid $10 a month.
You never signed a phony death certificate in your life. Now do your duty, coroner.
All right, you folks move back and let the doctor. Stay back here. Hey, cut that out and go about your business. Loudmouth busybodies.
Doc thinks he was poisoned.
Strychnine?
He's making an analysis.
I hope it is strychnine. Got any idea who done it?
No. But you take these pawn tickets and work on them, I'll work on the ledger. We got a list as clients.
You want me to arrest everybody in town who admits they threatened they wanted to kill Skinner?
No, Mr. Gibbs, but just try and find somebody that had a fight with him recently.
Well, I'll have to arrest myself then.
You?
You want to hear some of the names I called Skinner?
Not right now, Mr. Gibbs. Come on, let's go to work. All right, pack up. You pawned your saddle to him. And later on, I heard you threatened to kill him.
Yeah, I threatened to kill him. He sold my saddle because I was 2 days late in redeeming it.
But you didn't kill him?
No. Just never got around to it, Marshal.
And that isn't all, Mr. Earp. Skinner charged me $5 a week interest on the ring. When I paid him off, I found out that he'd put a phony diamond in place of the real one.
Why didn't you come to me about this?
It's his word against mine. I figured that when my gentleman friend got in from the drive, he'd even things with Skinner.
Yes, sir, I did say he ought to be shot.
Why?
He dug up an old note that he said, "Dear Miss Dora, may God rest her lovely soul," still owed him. I tore it up and slapped his face.
Yeah. One of nature's noblemen, Skinner Smith.
I wish you'd be practical. If you did find the man who did it, how would you get a jury to convict him?
Well, that's their job, Mr. Kelly. My duty's done when I bring the murder to trial.
Bad cess to you. That's Irish for hoping you never solved the case.
Oh, I'll solve it. I'm stubborn that way. Thank you, Mr. Kelly.
Honey, where's your buggy?
Around the corner. What's wrong? There's no one here. You can tell me now.
I've saved enough money. Why don't we get married?
That again.
Yeah. Only this time, I've got to get out of town, Janie.
Clark, you're not in any trouble at the bank, are you?
No, of course not. It's... Well, I'm asking you to trust me, Janie. To marry me now, today.
Clark, you know that's impossible. Grandpa had another spell with his heart this morning.
Grandpa. It's always Grandpa.
He hasn't much longer, Clark.
I'm the only one he has to take care of him.
I'm sorry. He doesn't think much of me, but I'm right fond of him.
Well, I don't defend Grandpa. He has some notions that I ought to marry a soldier or a fighting marshal like Mr. Earp. Clark, I love you, but you're going to have to be patient and understand.
All right. I'll try.
Not here, please. You better get back inside.
See those crystals? Prussic acid, and perhaps some strychnine. Enough to kill a horse. One bite at that plug did for Skinner.
You found any suspects?
A couple of dozen. Haven't talked to a man or woman that isn't a suspect.
Come in.
Well, how'd you make out?
Oh, I talked to about 20 people. They all denied killing him, but they regretted being so shiftless and lazy.
The only way you can narrow it down is to find someone who had access to poison in undiluted form.
What about your patients, Doctor? Don't you prescribe strychnine, prussic acid?
Very small amounts. I couldn't help you anyway. Confidential relation between doctor and patient.
Yeah. Well, what are you so cheerful about?
Killing Skinner is a public service. I think Doc done it.
Arrest me, Marshal.
Gentlemen, murder is not funny. Mr. Gibbs, you and the deputies don't get any time off until we solve this case.
You know, Doc, I believe in enforcing the law with reasonable moderation. Old White there, he's got the stern moral character of a bloodhound.
I will have to help him, Shotgun. He is right, you know.
I know he is. Doc, you got any smart ideas on this thing?
No, but I'll check my records. 11 patients to see, and I play detective. Give White a tip. Suggest that he look on the respectable side of town. This is no tramp's job.
Thank you, Doc.
Grandfather, you stop that right now. You know Dr. McCarty told you not to do any work.
I've been a hard-working man all my life, and now I can't even fix a little chair.
Now, don't you go giving me any trouble. I've had enough with Clark.
He's still pestering you about marrying him?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you're so set on it, go ahead.
Well, I'm not, but I am worried.
Hmm?
Well, something's wrong with Clark. He's acting strange. He wants me to marry him and leave Dodge right away.
Oh. Can't be that he's stealing from a bank. That'd take a certain amount of courage.
Well, Clark has courage. Too much courage.
Fush now.
He is. He's been gambling.
Euchre for penny ante.
No, poker with some cattlemen in a back room at the Dodge Hotel.
Maybe he did kill Skinner Smith.
Grandpa, that's not a very nice joke.
Nope. And I ain't a very nice old man. I wish Clark had killed him. I'd have more respect for the boy.
Did you take your medicine today, Grandpa?
McCarty's pap? Smell my breath.
Oh, whiskey, Grandpa. So that's why you made that joke about Clark.
I'm as high as a hoot owl.
Oh, Grandpa.
Ms. Rod Morris, $15. All right, here's some bigger ones back here. J.B. Olson, $175. Alex Griffith, $200. You think we're getting any warmer on this?
Olson and Griffith, mark paid?
Yeah, both of them.
Well, let's start on the delinquent accounts. Those are the ones that Skinner might have pushed too hard. Look. Clark borrowed $50 from Skinner May 18th. Paid it back with $20 interest, June 3rd.
Look at this one over here. Borrowed $100 from him a couple of weeks ago. Skinner's got him marked delinquent.
I better have a talk with Clark.
Well, don't do it at the bank. It might be a little embarrassing.
No,
Wyatt, Mr. Hookham says Clark just left on the eastbound stage. He ain't checked the cash yet, but he's afraid...
You watch the jail.
Howdy, Mr. Matthews. Mr. Matthews, the bank thinks you ought to postpone your trip for a few days.
Thank you, Marshal. I told Mr. Holcomb I'd better wait.
Mr. Casey, would you hand his bag down? Give it to our friend Shotgun there. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Casey. Come on up here.
You know. Help!
You lost a lot of money gambling? You couldn't go to the bank to borrow it where you work, so you borrowed it from Skinner Smith.
Paid Skinner every dime I owe him, and with interest.
Go on.
Then he started blackmailing me. Threatened to tell my boss I'd been gambling. I didn't kill him.
Well, I'm going to have to hold you.
I know it.
You better let me notify Miss Janey and Grandpa Logan.
Oh, no, sir. Please.
Well, they're going to find out about it anyway. You may need a lawyer.
Do you think I killed him, Mr. Earp?
Still haven't told me why you tried to run away.
No, sir. I never will.
Well, the law says you don't have to. Come on. Mr. Gibbs, I do feel you may need a lawyer. Mr. Gibbs, we're going to hold Mr. Matthews. Suspicion of murder. Put him in a cell by himself.
Son, why don't you make a clean breast of the whole thing?
Said all I'm going to say.
Janie, don't try it. Give me my rifle and I'll...
No, Grandpa, they might shoot at you. I'll get Clark out of there in 2 minutes.
Hello, Wyatt.
Hello, Doc.
Well, you probably arrested the right man.
No? Why do you say that?
He was one of my patients. Under oath in a murder trial, I'd have to testify that he had access to poison.
You missing any strychnine or prussic acid?
I'm not under oath yet. Oh, I hate this business.
Yeah, well, so do I. Maybe I can get him to confess. I'll have another try at it anyway. Thanks.
You're so welcome.
You give me those keys.
I ain't got them, sis.
Are you telling me the truth?
Marshal Earp has the keys.
Where'd he go?
Doc McCarty's. Why don't you rest yourself, Miss Janey? Them old big buffalo guns is mighty hefty for a gal like you to be lugging around.
Oh, that's just a trick to disarm me.
No, I ain't gonna try that. I just want you to light somewheres. You should have a seat on that bench over there.
Oh, no. Did I hurt you?
No, Miss Janey. A little gal like you shouldn't be carrying around a loaded rifle. Mr. Gibbs, you take Miss Janey on home. Tell her grandfather he can have his rifle back in the morning.
Clark didn't do it. I know he didn't.
Easy now, sis.
You turn him loose. You can't make him confess to something he didn't do.
Clark's gonna need a lawyer, Miss Janey. You tell Grandpa Logan that.
Come along, sis.
Can't I even talk to him, please?
Not now. In the morning.
You shouldn't be a deacon in our church. You're heartless and cruel and mean.
Pete, bring Mr. Matthews in here. Pete, you take off.
Yes, Marshal.
I heard a shot. Grandpa Logan been here?
That was Miss Janey. I sent her home with Mr. Gibbs. Sit down. Mr. Matthews, I've advised the Logans to get you a lawyer. You had a very strong motive for killing Mr. Smith. I think I can prove you had access to poison.
All right. You prove that.
Why don't you tell me the whole story? I think Judge Tobin will be lenient.
No, sir.
You still don't want to tell me why you tried to run away, huh?
Marshal, I've talked too much already.
You trying to shield someone?
Now, you just do what you have to do, Mr. Earp.
Listen, why don't you confess and get this whole miserable business over with? I can promise you an easy sentence, maybe a parole. Judge Tobin will be here tomorrow. Look, what's the sense in forcing this to trial? Skinner Smith was a low-down, worthless character, but you put on me the burden of seeing that you're punished more than you should be. I don't expect you to consider my feelings, but what about Miss Janey? Don't you care about her?
I'm sorry, Marshal. Can I go back to the cell now?
All right. But you think about this.
Grandfather, don't you even feel sorry for Clark?
Sorry. I was beginning to admire the boy.
You're what?
Shotgun Gibbs says that he ain't confessed. That proves he's got real sand. Yep, I was wrong about Clark.
Then you think he's guilty?
Not the point at all, Janie.
Grandfather, are you yourself?
The point is that if Clark don't confess, they'll have to turn him loose.
Even after they caught him running out of town?
Don't signify, Janie. They got nothing but circumstantial evidence against Clark. No matter what Wyatt Earp tries to link together, the jury will acquit him hands down.
Then you will hire a lawyer for him?
Yes. Old Joe Garrison. The best lawyer in the whole state of Kansas. It's a sheer waste of money, though.
Of course it is, Grandfather. But at least I can sleep easy now.
I'm half asleep myself.
You've had your nightcap. Come on.
Help me, darling. Oh, it's way past my bedtime. You know, that Wyatt Earp might be a first-class man with a gun, but he ain't no legal genius. He'll get his comeuppance tomorrow.
I hope so, Grandfather.
Well, morning, Judge.
Howdy, Wyatt.
I got a murder case for you.
No? Well, who's the victim?
Skinner Smith.
That's logical. I warned Smith to leave Dodge months ago. Who killed him?
Young fellow works over the bank, Clark Matthews. It's only circumstantial evidence, though.
Well, let's go over and have breakfast, and you tell me all about it, huh?
Yes, sir. I link blackmail to the fact that Clark Matthews tried to run away, and the further fact that Doc McCarty admits that he had access to poison.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to have to ask you for a bench warrant charging Mr. Matthews with first-degree murder.
Yes, I suppose you do.
It's a sound circumstantial case, isn't it?
If anyone but Skinner or Smith were the victim.
You mean a jury may not convict?
That's about it.
Well, how about a change of venue to some other town?
Well, I can't order that. Not unless you're willing to testify that the citizens of Dodge have made threats against you in the court.
No, sir.
Change of venue is customarily the right of the defendant, not the prosecution.
Well, I have no case.
Well, frankly, Wyatt, I don't even think you have the right suspect.
How's that?
Now, you suggested the possibility that Matthews was shielding someone. Hasn't it occurred to you that someone killed Smith to shield Matthews?
Well,
You said I could see Clark today.
yes, sir. Oh, I think you've met Judge Tobin?
Yes, I have. How are you, sir?
Fine, thank you. And how's your grandpa?
Well, he's worse, I'm afraid.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Marshal Earp didn't help any when he arrested Clark. Grandfather had a very bad night. I had to send for Dr. McCarty.
Wyatt, I'll arrange for Miss Jane to see young Matthews. I suggest that you go on over and pay a visit to Grandpa Logan. He's a wonderful old man, and I think you owe him that courtesy.
Oh, Yes, sir. I'll go right away.
But don't you mention Skinner Smith.
No, ma'am, I'll be careful.
Howdy, Doc. Morning. How's Grandpa Logan?
Not good. Not well enough to be questioned.
I just stopped by for a social visit.
Well, he hasn't got much time left. Day, week.
Well, I won't stay long enough to tire him.
Good.
Grandpa Logan?
Yep. Who is it?
Wyatt, sir.
Come in, Wyatt. Howdy. Did you hang that boy yet?
No, sir. Not yet.
Well, I was afraid he'd confess. So I reckon I'd better tell. Read it.
The doctor said it was prussic acid.
Mostly strychnine. With some rattlesnake venom. Every time I went downtown, that Skinner would grub a chaw of tobacco from me. The other day I told him, take the whole thing. He took it. Yes, sir, he took the whole grub and chaw and tobacco.
How'd you know Skinner was trying to blackmail young Matthews?
No. That twisty skunk. He told me Clark had threatened him. I called that boy on the carpet, and I told him, you leave the killing to one who's poisoned coyotes and wolves. You fetch me my cane, Marshal. I'll go along with you.
No, sir. I'm burning this. But I don't want you to write anymore, Mr. Logan.
Well, now, I thank you kindly. For Janie's sake, I mean.
Yes, sir. For Miss Janie.
Shake hands with Mr. Ugly. Thank you.
After all the trouble he's caused, I certainly will not.
You seem mighty sure.
Yes, sir, Mr. Matthews, I am very sure. Don't you tell anyone ever. This is a case for a good judge and a good lord. I'm just a deacon.
Thank you, sir.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
Well, Mr. Erb doesn't think that new gun is very smooth in the action. So here, this was Dad's.
That the one he was wearing when he was killed?
But tell those road agents shot him in the back. Mom and I certainly don't blame the gun. Now take it.
Listen, hon, when I ran for sheriff, I didn't claim to be a gunfighter. They told me all I'd have to do was sign some tax sales papers and serve eviction notices. And... Do you really want me to make a fight with the Grogans?
I just want you to be a man, not just some old courthouse politician. Dell, are you scared?
Sure I'm scared, and I don't understand why you're trying to push me into a gunfight. I could get killed, you know.
All right. Let Mr. Erb do the job for you.
No, I'm scared. But I don't think I'm a coward.
Well, I don't think so either. Well, my dad was a fighting sheriff, and I just don't think that he'd want me to marry a man who backed away from his sworn duty.
Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The Life and Legend of Wyatt Earp, starring Hugh O'Brien.
Bat Masterson and Charlie Bassett were known as fighting sheriffs of Ford County, Kansas. They had moved on to other jobs, and Marshal Earp, returning from a long chase westward after federal outlaws, found that Dell Matthey had been elected sheriff. Dell had no qualifications for the job other than a respected family name and personal popularity.
Hey, got them both, did you?
Yeah.
Mayor Kelly wants to see you. Says it's important. I'll take care of these fellers.
Thank you. Give them something to eat, too, will you? They're hungry.
You tell the sheriff he must have these Colts worked over. They're brand new and the actions are stiff.
I'll tell him, Mr. Kelly. Well, howdy, Nate. Hey, you deputy sheriff now?
Yeah, that's right, Marshal. They'll talk me into it.
Hiya, Wyatt. Haven't you heard the news? Del Matthey won the election for sheriff.
How'd that happen?
Politics. Dell's folks figured it would give him something to do. He never was much interested in ranching.
I thought you were going to run Bill Tillman.
Well, he got a better job up north. Shotgun Gibbs wouldn't run. Now, don't blame me. Ranchers boss the county, and they like Dell and his folks.
Yeah. Dell's a real nice fella. He's engaged to, Elsa Jordan, isn't he? Does he know what he's getting into?
No, he nor his folks neither. Dell thinks all he's got to do is ride around serving subpoenas. And that Nate Hawkins and his happy-go-lucky deputies ain't a good fight in any of them.
This could be serious.
Well, I told the Mattheys, but they think all the gunplay is in Dodge and you take care of it.
Greenhorn Sheriff. When I need guns, I need them. I guess I better go have a talk with Dell, see if I can locate Heck Thomas or Neil Brown.
It's lucky you'll be to find Sheriff Matthey. He'll either be sparking the Jordan girl or dressing for a dance.
Yeah, well, maybe he's smarter than all of us.
Sorry, Mr. Earp. I found the records in such a mess and paperwork stacked up to here. Now, what can I do for you?
Well, Sheriff, I was hoping that you'd hire at least 2 deputies that knew their way around in a gunfight.
Gunfight? With Marshal Earp just down the street?
Well, Sheriff, I'm not always going to be just down the street.
Well, then I'll call on Shotgun Gibbs.
Well, not for disorders in the county.
You mean you can't go beyond the city limits?
No, sir, not unless we're in hot pursuit of a criminal that pulled a job in Dodge or a federal case.
I didn't know that. I'm pretty stupid, huh?
It's a natural mistake. Look, most of the troublemakers are in Dodge anyway.
It's been so quiet out in the county that my folks and I... Well, you're right, Marshal. I guess I need a couple of experienced deputies.
Dell? Oh, Sheriff. Howdy, Marshal. The court just issued an eviction order against the Grogan brothers. They're squatting on the bottom land near the forks.
All right, Nate. I guess we'll have to run them off.
Oh, Dell, I plumb forgot to buy any cartridges. I'll just run over to Jim Kelly.
Now, there's plenty of time. We'll drop by there later. Nate gets mighty excited.
Howdy.
How are you, hon? Oh, excuse me. Elsa, Marshal Earp.
Hello, Miss Elsa.
Mr. Earp and I've met several times. Well, Dell, why the gun belts?
Oh, got a little job to do.
We're going to evict the Grogans.
Does Nate mean the Grogan brothers?
Yeah, it won't take long. See you at the hotel.
Yep.
Thanks, Marshal, for the good advice.
Not at all.
Marshal, do you think that the Grogans are likely to resist?
That's hard to say.
Well, I mean, should Dell and Nate be using brand new guns? Dad was a peace officer in Texas, and I recall his saying that a good gunsmith should work over every brand new Colt.
That's right, ma'am, he should. Did you, approve of Dell running for sheriff?
Mm-hmm. I urged him to.
Why?
Well, the Matthews have a big spread, and Dell's father and his older brothers always treat him like some weakling.
Is he any good with a .45?
Target shooting, he's great. Very fast, very accurate.
But he's never been in a gunfight.
No, he doesn't like gunfighting.
Well, neither do I. Don't you worry.
I'd ask you to help him with the Grogans, but I guess he'd resent that, huh?
Yes, ma'am, he sure would. I want Mr. Matthew to make a good sheriff. He can help me.
I'd like Mr. Matthew for a husband.
And I wish you both luck. Now, I doubt if the Grogans will shoot at a badge. But Miss Elsa, if he doesn't like his job, he can always quit. But a man shouldn't try and fool himself. We try to keep peace in Ford County by wearing a smile if we can.
Or a gun, if we can't.
That's right.
You reckon they're at home?
I don't know. You stay here. I'll go explain this to them friendly-like.
Hey, it's that greenhorn sheriff. Who's the other one?
It's not Herb. It's just some kid deputy.
Dust him.
Hey, quit that! I'm the sheriff!
Go on back to Dodge before you get hurt.
You darn fools! Shooting at the law?
Come on. Right now.
Idiots. Don't they know it's a criminal offense to fire at us?
We'll get a posse and smoke them out.
Oh, Dell.
Elsa.
Did you evict the Grogans?
No. They shot at Nate and me. With rifles, hon. They had us outranged. Gunplay over a piddling eviction notice. Oh, I'll do my duty, all right. Nate's out now rounding up some boys to help us. But I don't see why we have to shoot the Grogans. There's lots of unclaimed land farther west. What are you looking at me like a... like a school teacher?
Dell, you should have known that those men would use their guns.
I thought they had better sense. What they did was stupid.
Men who get into trouble with the law usually are stupid.
You sure take after your daddy, man and a half Jordan, a big Texas bullet. Oh, come on, Elsa. Ease off. Give us a smile, will you?
No. You shouldn't have let the Grogans run it over you.
Elsa, you can't go against Winchesters with a handgun. I told... Did you get them?
Nope. They all said the Grogans are bad medicine, and some of them didn't like the idea of evicting folks.
You and Nate wore stars. They shot at you.
Never mind. I'll get my brothers and some of the
Oh,
Callahan's.
sure. Run home.
Now, honey.
Now, you listen to me, Dell. I want you to handle this all on your own. I don't like men who go running home every time the going gets just a little tough. Now, Mom's finished her shopping, and I have to get to the ranch before sundown.
Look, Elsa,
Dell, bring the Grogans in, or else quit pretending to be a sheriff.
Just like a girl. You know...
She's right, Dell. You didn't know anything about what the sheriff's job called for, and I let you talk me into being a deputy. I still got a good job with your folks riding a herd. Pays just about as much money, and you don't get shot at. I'll leave the holster and gun at the office.
It's all over town, Wyatt. Matthew went to evict the Grogans, and he came back without executing the court order.
He's a greenhorn, Judge.
Well, he shouldn't have run for sheriff if he didn't intend to do his duty. Now, I'll give him one more chance, then I'll have to charge him with malfeasance.
Well, if you like that boy, and you also like Miss Elsa.
I can't help that. Either we have a sheriff or we haven't. How long will my authority as circuit judge last if the Grogans defy the court?
Not long. All right, I'll talk to Matthew.
All right. No sentiment, mind you.
Oh, sir, I understand.
Sheriff!
Just had quite a session with Judge Tobin. He's kind of peeved at you.
Too bad. Tell him I've quit.
What'll Miss Elsa think?
Elsa wants me to be a fast gunslinger like her dad. How did he finish? Killed from ambush by a bunch of saddle tramps. Not me. I don't see any sense in it.
I thought you were in love with Miss Elsa.
I am.
Her father died doing his duty. There's sense in that.
Well?
Look, you signed me on as special deputy sheriff. We'll go after the Grogans together. Not just because they were squatters. Tim and Loy, they've been stealing cattle, too.
I didn't know that.
Well, Sheriff, in Ford County, you seldom hear about cattle thieves until a bunch of ranchers have hanged them. You look at it this way. We're doing the Grogans a favor.
Yes, sir, it is a favor. Shouldn't we get a posse?
No, they're not worth it. You go get your gun.
Yes, sir.
Get your star, too.
Hey, Tim, when's Grifter coming in with the next bunch of steers?
Tonight, maybe. Come on, help me with this. Ah, that's good.
No, it's not. Take a look. That's White Earp.
Well, who's scared of Earp? Here, get your rifle.
Hey, they ducked behind the rock.
We still got to cross the clearing. Come on, let's get in the shack. We'll blast them from there.
You any good at climbing?
Fair.
You get up them rocks. Give me time to get around them. And you start firing into the house.
How much time?
Count to about 40.
Where is it?
We're behind the rock. Come on.
It's that kid sheriff. Where's Earp? Don't let him get away.
Put it down, Tim.
Get him, boy!
Here. Plug at the hole.
Your brave sheriff run away, Earp.
That's exactly what he was supposed to do.
You think you're pretty tricky, don't you, Earp?
You're stupid. I could have killed you both.
Shotgun.
Wyatt.
Just a minute, Sheriff. Shotgun, put him in a cell, then get the doc.
Step right in, boys.
Just a moment, Sheriff. I think you ought to go try and find Judge Tobin. Tell him you evicted the Grogans.
Don't josh me. You took the Grogans. I ran away.
There's nothing to be ashamed of. First time. It's the second time that really counts.
Thanks, Marshal, but I've got to tell Elsa the truth.
Yeah, you should do that.
And you tell Judge Tobin.
Nope. Second time hasn't come up yet.
And the bullets started coming too close. I Slid down from that rock and ran. Marshal Earp took the Grogans all by himself.
Well, you got courage.
What?
You know, some men would have dreamed up an excuse or let Mr. Earp just cover for them. Dale, wait here a minute. This pistol needs oiling, and get the gun belt filled with some new cartridges.
That belonged to your dad. I couldn't.
Yes. Now take it and wear it.
Elsa, I'm going to resign, and I...
No, you aren't. Now, Mr. Earp told you the truth. It's the second time that counts, Dell. Dad had that coat worked over by Tully Gomez, a gunsmith down in San Antone. I remember he was bragging about the action was faster than a rattlesnake's tongue. Come on, put it on. Dell, listen to Mr. Earp. Hire yourself some experienced deputies and run a real sheriff's office.
Well, I'll sure try.
I know you will.
Tim! Lloyd! Rogan's ain't here, and they didn't finish the corral, so something must have happened. We'll wait here till Glasgow gets back from Dodge. Come on in, we'll find a lamp.
Well, the train must have been on time, huh? Mr. Magruder, Mr. Wade, good to see you. How was the trip?
Fine. How are you, Wyatt?
Just great.
You know, Wade, he hasn't gained a pound or aged a month, has he?
Oh, they must have been working you in Dodge. That's right, they sure have. Come on in. Take the weight off your feet and coffee up, huh?
Ain't you got any milk?
Well, that's very funny.
You know what me and Wade here have been trying to figure out, Wyatt, is why you're hiring deputies for the sheriff.
Well, I'll tell you, that's a long, long story. The county's getting awful wealthy. Sheriff Matthew will pay you $100 a month apiece, and your share of the fees.
Mm-hmm. It's good money.
Well, the pay's all right, but working for a greenhorn sheriff, he could get us killed, Marcy.
No, that's what I've been thinking.
Well, I forgot to tell you fellas that I signed on as his special deputy.
Oh?
You do his fighting?
No, he does that. I'm just kind of breaking him in. Can't expect a young fellow off a cattle spread to know anything about police work. Now, look, I'll guarantee you one thing. If the sheriff heads into a gunfight, I'll be there.
Fair enough.
All right. Now, you boys don't really need me, but that's the deal. Anything looks like a gunfight, there'll be the three of us together. Come on, I got your room over at the hotel.
Good.
Who is it? Glasgow.
Well, what happened?
Just like you figured, boss. A punk kid sheriff by the name of Matthew jailed the Grogans on eviction paper.
Eviction? Not cattle stealing?
No.
Well, we got to get Tim and Loy out of that jail.
No good, boss. It's Earp's jail. He let Sheriff Matthew use it for county prisoners.
Matthew? Del Matthew? I know about him. He's sweet on a rancher gal by the name of Jordan. It's Ethel, Elsa, is that it?
That's right. We run off some of their stock last fall.
Well, there's no sense in tangling with Earp. I got it. We'll grab the girl, and Matthew let the Grogans loose.
Now you're thinking, boss.
Have a drink.
Marshal! I just wanted to say thanks. Wade and Magruder look like real fine men.
They are. They're two of the best.
Mr. Earp, if it hadn't been for you and Elsa, I'd have quit like a yellow pup. Oh, this belonged to Elsa's dad. I just oiled it.
Yeah, very smooth. Mr. Jordan sure knew his guns.
I hope I never have to use it, but if I do, I will.
Now you're talking like a good peace officer. See you around, Sheriff.
Yes, sir.
you want?
Don't worry, Miss Jordan. You ain't gonna get hurt. Give us a half an hour start, then take the message to that sheriff.
Right.
Do you know abduction is a hanging offense?
Don't worry, nobody's gonna hang. Get out.
Well, shall I shuffle these court orders or deal them out by turn?
Just deal them. A horseman just went by. You want us to go after him?
No.
We're holding your girl at Wendy Rock. Bring the Grogans and we will trade. It's a rough country. We better get her.
No, I'll handle this myself.
We'll still need her.
Well, we can't wait around here all day. You better show up pretty soon.
Oh, he'll be coming. With Mr. Earp and a posse.
That spooky kid. You won't even tell her.
Hold it, Wyatt. I got a loose cinch.
He's got a few minutes head start. Hope he's got enough sense to wait.
You think he'd go alone?
He'll go, or he'll run. It's his second time up against bullets. Come on, let's push him.
Yeah.
Hey, boss, there's a dust cloud coming.
Let me up there. Looks like about 3 horses. Sheriff Matthey's traveling plenty fast with the Grogans.
Well, it can't be, Del, because he'd have a posse.
He's coming all right. That ain't the Grogans. That's Wyatt Earp and a couple of his deputies. Get ready for him, boys. When he come around that rock, blast him. Elspeth, get out of there, quick! Drop those guns!
Yeah. Just sit right back there, Sheriff. You did some real fine shooting. Let me take a look at that leg. Yeah, that's not too bad. You'll be up and around that in a couple of weeks. You men bring those fellows over by these rocks.
Marshal, I'll never make a law officer.
Oh, now you did just fine, didn't he, Mr. Earp?
Yes, he sure did.
No, sir, I was afraid. Look, I've still got the shakes.
Sheriff, you stick out your hand and I'll stick out my hand. We'll match to see who's got the most shakes, huh? All right, get him on the horses.
All right, let's go. Come on. Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told.
Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The toughest decision Wyatt Earp ever had to make as a peace officer in Dodge was what to do about Rocky Griswold and his gang of saddle tramps. Hank Drew, deputy U.S. Marshal, posing as an outlaw, had lured Rocky into attempting the robbery of a Santa Fe gold shipment. Under the law, this would be a plain case of entrapment, an illegal trick to capture outlaws for reward money. But on the frontier of 1878, many believed that a John Law should use any method to halt a robbery.
Shotgun at 9 o'clock. I want you to turn Saunders and McGeehan loose. You give them back their guns. Tell them I want them out of town by sunup. Yes, sir. Can I help you?
I'd like to talk to you alone if you're Marshal Earp.
I'm Marshal Earp. Mr. Gibbs, you take patrol, huh?
Good. I like any excuse to get out of this office for a spell.
Hank Drew, Deputy U.S. Marshal, Topeka, Kansas.
That's right.
Have a chair, sir.
Oh, that's the story. I've been living with Griswold and his boys near a month now. They trust me.
Well, you must be quite an actor, Mr. Drew.
It was my tip on the gold shipment that won Rocky over. He's needing money for grub.
Did Chief Marshal Hendon assign you to this deal?
Sure, why not?
Because it's entrapment, Mr. Drew. You're urging men to commit a crime so you can catch them. I think you're just a bounty hunter.
Well, your Sunday school ideas don't interest me, Earp. You got to cooperate.
I do.
I'll give you a cut of the reward money.
Now, you get out.
You still got to go along with me. You keep acting stupid, and I'll spell it out for you.
Mr. Drew, you want to lose some teeth?
I'll be back, Earp. With orders.
Marshal Earp?
Yes?
Mr. Earp, I'm Joan Deming. My father owns the Bar W in Wyoming. He's coming in for more cattle and asked me to meet him here.
Yes, sit down.
Thank you. That man who was just here, who is he?
Well, I'm afraid I can't tell you that, ma'am.
Well, he calls himself Hank Drew. He rides with Rocky Griswold.
Griswold. Cowhand, isn't he? Texas Circle Star outfit?
These are hard times in the cattle business. He got fired. Why would Hank Drew be talking to the law?
Why would you?
Mr. Earp, Rocky and his friends don't have jobs. They've appointed Rocky their boss, and I think Hank has persuaded them to do something wrong. I want you to stop them.
Wouldn't you have more influence?
No, I've tried. I've been buying food for the camp. There's not much money left. I don't trust Hank. I think he's the kind that would talk Rocky into robbing a bank or something and then tell the law.
Miss Joan, one thing I can tell you, and that is that if Mr. Griswold is interested in you, he'll listen to you.
You try again.
I'll tell Rocky I saw Hank talking to you. Maybe that'll...
No, don't do that. Rocky's liable to shoot him. There's still plenty of time for them to call off what they're planning. Now, if Rocky has it in him to keep straight, Hank Drew can't talk him into going crooked.
I'll give it another try. Thanks, Mr. Earp.
I have to send this telegram. I'll walk you over to your hotel.
We'll go up to his office, see if we can find him. Oh, here's Wyatt now. Wyatt, gotta talk to you about something very important. Not only do you have the word of Deputy Marshal Drew, but you've heard from Mr. Caslin what he thinks about it. Mr. Caslin happens to be the chief special agent for the railroad.
I know, Mr. Caslin.
You're quibbling over ethics, Wyatt.
I risked my life to catch those criminals.
And he's still risking it. One word to the Griswold gang and he's a dead man.
Wyatt isn't betraying a marshal.
Well, I ain't none too sure of that.
Let you and I step outside, Mr.
I'll have none of that. You hold your temper, Wyatt.
Will you hold yours for a second? Now, Drew is a scalp hunter and a liar, Mr. Caslin. The so-called Griswold gang is a bunch of starving cowhands, not criminals. Now, Drew set up the whole job himself and talked them into it. Even if you caught him red-handed, you couldn't make your case stick. Judge Tobin would rule it entrapment.
That's for the court to decide.
I'll have no more argument. I'm mayor of this town. I hired you and I can fire you.
Then fire me.
All right, hold it, all of you. I want to talk to Wyatt alone. Now, Mr. Kelly, why don't you and Drew go over the Long Branch and, well, kind of settle your nerves, huh?
I'm still the mayor. Caslin will settle his hash.
That Irishman. Every time a real issue comes up, he backslays it. Now, you know the Santa Fe isn't going to go along with this frame-up.
Not if I had time. The bullion shipment goes east at noon tomorrow. There'll be special agents on the train, and more with a stage at Hayes City.
Well, then call it off. All you got to do is send a telegram.
There's Drew. Now, I can't take the responsibility of having him killed.
No. This is Chief Marshal Hendon's fault. I should get a reply from him first thing in the morning.
Drew's probably been lying to his boss, and all you'll get is a promise to investigate. Now, Wyatt, are you sure the Griswold outfit is just a bunch of cowhands and not men with records?
No, sir, I'm not positive, but one point I am going to insist on.
Yes?
If they do ride into this trap tomorrow, I don't want any shooting. I want them alive.
Well, that's fine with us. Our job is to protect Santa Fe shipments. But if Griswold does start some gunplay, I'm afraid I can't guarantee.
Well, sir, my deputies and I, we might give you that guarantee.
You'd fight on the side of train robbers?
Mr. Caslin, if officers don't respect the law, how are you going to get outlaws to? Now, Mr. Drew is bringing a rotten deal into my town, and one way or the other, he's going to regret it. I'll try and keep you out of this mess if I can, but don't you start the shooting.
Nothing real serious below the line, Wyatt. Had to dunk a few drunks in a water trough. Say, they tell me Caslin of the Santa Fe's in town.
Yeah, I was just talking to him. Yeah, I got a job for you. I want you to catch 2 a.m. freight. East Junction. You send that telegram from there.
Pinkerton Agency, St. Joe, Missouri. Yeah, heap easier to send it from here, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it sure would, but Mr. Kirby over at the telegraph office talks too much.
Yeah.
I got a real long story to tell you when you get back.
Say, Wyatt, I sure would like to take the boomer back down here. Of course, fare'd be up around 80 cents.
Well, I think we can afford that, Mr. Gibbs. Yeah, you just take the boomer. I want you to get back here in plenty of time in the morning, though. There may be trouble.
That boomer will get me back here on time.
Hey, boss, are we out of coffee?
I don't know. Look at Hank's grub sack. He ought to have some.
Got no coffee. Some beans and some moldy salt pork. Where is Hank?
He should be back any time now.
You reckon Herb nabbed him?
Oh, Hank Drew's too smart.
Hey, here comes Miss Joni.
Howdy, Miss Joni.
Howdy, Miss Joni.
I asked you not to come back here.
You're hungry, aren't you?
Hi, Joni.
Hello, Tex. Eat hearty.
Grub. Oh, bless your little soul.
Hands off.
What?
We're not taking any more charity from Miss Deming.
You don't have to eat it.
Oh, we're hungry, boss.
All right, if you got no more pride.
We'll pay Joni back in gold. Food, fellas, we eat.
Rocky, what did Tex mean when he said you'd pay me back in gold?
Nothing.
Hank Drews talked you into robbing a bank or something.
I ask you to forget me. I ask you to stay in town.
I saw him in Dodge last night. He was talking to... So what you're up to doesn't fool me.
All right?
You'll be caught. You'll be sent to prison.
Well, I said all right.
If you really feel that way, then you're not worth bothering about. The other boys elected you to find them jobs, not to lead them into a trap set by Hank Drew.
Trap? Are you loco?
He'd do it, Rocky.
No, he wouldn't. He likes living. Now, come on, get on your horse.
If you'll give up this idea, I'll marry you today.
Oh, sure. And live on what? Handouts from your dad?
No, my father will hire you as his foreman. He'll hire all those boys.
Your father's almost broke, Joni.
Broke? He is not. Who told you such a thing?
Come on, there's no use arguing. Come on. Now, you're gonna get up on this horse.
Here's Drew now. He sold you out. I saw him in Marshal Earp's office last night. Ask him if he wasn't in Wyatt Earp's office last night.
Get out, Hank. Watch your hands.
We got nothing to quarrel about, Rocky.
Come on. This side. Come on.
What's wrong, Rocky?
Miss Deming says she saw Hank talking to Wyatt Earp.
You double-cross...
Hold it, Joe. You want to call Miss Deming a liar?
I sure don't. I had to talk to her.
How's that?
I forgot to check my gun like a greenhorn fool. One of Earp's deputies picked me up. Earp didn't search me, though. Here's the map to the Santa Fe depot. It's all you need for the job.
What'd you talk to Earp about?
Oh, nothing much. Chewed me out for packing a gun and let me off without a fine.
Give me a gun.
Sure.
All right, now we'll talk this thing over and put it to a vote. I'm in favor of a fair trial. Come on.
I don't think these cattlemen have any records. The Pinkertons are sending a man so that Drew can't put over any false identification on us. But I'm still hoping that Miss Jones talked Griswold out of it.
What if she hadn't?
Well, we could meet him outside of town, but that'd mean a fight. I think our best bet is to let him hit the station. And we'll try and push in between Griswold's bunch and Caslin's agents.
Protecting train robbers against Santa Fe special agents?
You heard the order, didn't you?
Now, we gotta go along with this entrapment. I'm part of a dirty deal, but I don't want to make it any dirtier than I have to by shooting up the Griswold bunch. I trust Caslin, but I don't know whether he can control his agents.
Oh, I get it, Mr. Earp. We sucker Griswold into an attempted robbery, but we don't bushwhack him.
That's right. It's not a very nice distinction, but that's the best we can do at the moment. Well, let's start loading the shotguns, huh?
Yep. All right, you've heard Hank's story and the whole plan. Should we trust him or call it off?
Rocky, I've sponged my last grub from Miss Joan or anybody else. I can't live on air waiting for the cattle business to start up again. Oh, you're right. Yeah, certainly we can.
All right. You vote for taking the gold.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Done. Okay, Hank, you'll ride with us. But no gun. Now, if you have sold us out, when the shooting starts, you'll be riding in front. Come on, boys.
Any luck, Miss Joni?
I'm not sure. Can't we talk inside?
Mr. Gibbs, you take the boys on over to the station. Come on, Miss Joni.
broke my promise, Mr. Earp. I told Rocky I saw Hank talking to you.
Why'd you do that?
I tried everything else. I offered to marry Rocky, but it was the same thing.
Did you suggest that Drew might be selling him out?
Yes. He said Hank wouldn't dare, that he wanted to stay alive.
Did he admit that Drew planned the robbery?
There was common talk around camp that Hank was planning something.
That may do it.
Do what?
I'll tell you in a second.
Why'd send you here to help us?
That all depends. Why, I don't want nobody shot.
Well, you go back and tell him I can handle this. You interfere, and there's going to be trouble.
Mister, I got my orders. Boys, the stage will unload over yonder. If Griswold comes, he'll have to round that corner. We'll just wait over here behind this wagon. Now, you boys just rest easy. Wyatt wants this done his way.
What's wrong?
Take another look at this map. You sure you decoyed Earp out of town?
At 11 o'clock, Cy Brislin's gonna come busting into town yelling big stage robbery north of Dodge.
Well, we'll have time to be sure Earp and his men have gone. Anything else, Tex?
Yeah. Looky yonder.
It's Earp. Get him. Hold it, hold it. Marshal Drew, you're under arrest.
Marshal Drew?
That's right. U.S. Deputy Marshal. Topeka. I said you under arrest, mister. You get down from there. You can't arrest me, Earp. Now move over there. You're charged with suborning a felony. You planned a Santa Fe holdup and encouraged those men to try it.
You dirty double-crosser. Get him, Rocky.
Hold it, Tex.
Don't be a fool. Marshal Earp will send Hank to prison.
Yeah, and what happens to us?
You can do as he tells you, or ride into ambush at the station, or turn around and run for Texas.
Mr. Griswold, I'm going to need your testimony in order to convict Drew. Are any of your men wanted in this state?
Well, I don't know.
What's the matter with you, Rocky? Letting one John Law run a bluff on us? Get him and Drew and let's get out of here.
Hold on, Tex.
No!
You'll have to shoot me first.
Get back, Tony. Get back. I bungled this, trusting Drew. And you men feel like shooting cut loose on me.
It was a crazy idea, boss. We're all to blame.
Thanks, Joe. Now we do as Earp says.
Mr. Griswold, get one of your men to patch him up. Get on your horse.
Take care of him, Joe.
And I'm saying Rocky Griswold and every one of his men are wanted for robbery and cattle stealing. Earp had no right to arrest me. I'm a deputy U.S. Marshal trying to do my duty. Earp should be arrested for interfering with a federal officer. I'm charging you with obstruction of justice.
It's a clear case, and don't say I didn't warn you, Wyatt.
I'm sorry, Mr. Kelly, but he stays in jail until Judge Tobin gets here.
No, I'm not. I'm walking out of here right now.
Wyatt, he can sue the city.
From prison, let him sue. Wyatt, you're taking a pretty big gamble. Now, supposing Griswold and his boys run out on you, what then?
I don't know. Maybe I'll go to jail.
You can't trust a John Law to keep his word. Look at Drew.
And I can't trust you. You started out to be a criminal this morning. Mr. Earp stopped you. He's giving you a chance to be an honest man or an outlaw.
Maybe he is.
Mr. Earp's in a tight corner. He's counting on you and the boys to tell the truth about Hank Drew. Either you be in court or forget about me.
Marshal Earp, Mr. Drew, will you please step forward? Mr. Earp, this court does not condone entrapment. or suborning a felony. But Mr. Drew is denied under oath that he plotted the robbery or encouraged the Griswold outfit to attempt it. And Mr. Caston has stated that he has no direct knowledge of Deputy Marshal Drew's work in uncovering this robbery scheme. Mr. Caston, the court understands that you merely had a tip from the Chief Marshal's office in Topeka?
That's right, sir. But Wyatt did protest to me that Drew...
Hearsay and irrelevant. Mr. Drew, according to the testimony offered here, was acting as an undercover man, a function of police work. Marshal Earp, in the absence of supporting testimony, this court must find you guilty of obstructing justice.
Order!
Order! Order!
Your Honor, I'm Rocky Griswold. I want to tell you the truth about this man, Hank Drew.
You tell the truth. You're a wanted outlaw, and so are all your men.
Quiet!
Your Honor, if the court please.
Yes?
Before Mr. Griswold testifies, I'd like to call Mr. Jacobs of the Pinkerton Detective Agency.
For what purpose?
Mr. Drew here claims that Mr. Griswold and all his men are wanted men. And Mr. Jacobs is here through the courtesy of Mr. Allen Pinkerton to give the court proper identification.
Very well. Mr. Drew, Mr. Griswold, take your seats. Let Mr. Jacobs take the stand. Place your hand on the Bible. You swear to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Sit down.
Mr. Drew, I say that this man sitting there is Mr. Harry Griswold, who's worked as ramrod for various cattlemen. Now, who do you say he is?
I say he's Harold Griffin, alias Rocky Turner. Wanted for cattle stealing and bank robbery.
Mr. Jacobs, do you have any file on a Mr. Griffin or a Mr. Turner?
Yes, I know Rocky Turner. Griswold is not Turner. You can see for yourself, Judge.
Mr. Drew, of this entire group, you have correctly identified just one man, Tex Oliver. He's wanted in Missouri for violating his parole.
Well, if Pinkerton say so, don't make it the truth.
The court believes Mr. Jacobs' testimony. The court also believes what Mr. Griswold and Marshal Earp have said about you. Marshal Earp.
Yes, sir.
You will hold Mr. Drew for trial on charges of perjury and suborning a felony. Court's adjourned.
Sure got a nice day for traveling. Well, I'd better turn off here, get back to my job. I wish you both a lot of luck.
I still can't understand why you went to all that trouble.
Well, Miss Joni wants a husband.
That's not the reason.
Goodbye, ma'am.
Why did he do it?
Not for us. He did it for the law, to keep it honest and fair.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told. Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
Dr. Fabrique of Wichita had been an old and loyal friend to Marshal Earp. When Wyatt moved to Dodge City, he kept in touch with his doctor pal in Wichita. But friendship has its stresses and strains. Never did Dr. Fabrique imagine that he would become the storm center of a case which made medical history in Dodge. But then Dr. Fabrique had not met Shotgun Gibbs and his mule Roscoe.
And I'll explain just once more. I'm a doctor of medicine, not a veterinarian. I do not treat mules.
You'll look at Roscoe.
I will not look at Roscoe. I'm a busy man with many patients. Now you stand aside.
No, sir, I won't.
Mr. Gibbs.
Dr. Cuddy. What's going on here?
Mr. Gibbs wants me to look at his mule. I've refused. Now, if you'll excuse me...
Wait a minute, Doctor. Is Roscoe sick?
He's awful sick, Wyatt. Dying, most likely.
I can't help that. I don't have time to look at a mule.
Now, just take it easy, Doc. Look, I'm going to ask you as a personal favor that you look at Roscoe. It'll only take you 5 minutes.
Well, I owe you a favor, Wyatt. Let's get it over with. But keep this quiet. I don't want my patients to know that they're having to wait while I look at a mule.
Roscoe's a heap sight better than most of your patients.
Maybe he ate a stale bale of hay.
He's been drinking.
What?
Smells like somebody gave him a lot of rum. He'll be all right. Just let him sleep it off.
Why, that's plumb stupid. Roscoe wouldn't drink nothing but water. He knows what's good for him.
You asked for my opinion, Wyatt. Now I got to get back to my office.
Well, thanks, Doc, for coming over. Oh, by golly, it does smell a little like rum.
Can't be. Roscoe wouldn't drink no kind of alcohol. You're running a fever, too, Wyatt.
He sure looks bloated. Maybe there's a vet in town that can tell us what's wrong, huh?
Howdy, Marshal.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Linhart. We were awful sorry to turn your stable into a sick room.
That's all right.
What do you think's wrong with him?
Why, the animal's been poisoned. I got this blanket. We'll wet it and put it over him, and I'll get some ice to put on his head. We got to do something to break this fever.
Doc McCarty says he smells like he's been a-drinking rum. You ever hear such a darn fool idea?
Well, Doc ain't no expert with mules. I'll wet this blanket and get some ice, and maybe it'll help.
Say, Mr. Linhart.
Yeah?
Is there a vet in town, do you think, that could tell us what's wrong with Roscoe?
Marshal, I've been doctoring horses and mules all my life. Shotgun himself. Better vet than anyone we got around here.
Dad and me, we've tried every trick in the trade, Wyatt. You better go soak that blanket, Dad. He's mighty sick.
Yeah?
Matter of fact, this is the sickest mule I ever did see.
Well, I sent for Dr. Fabrique over in Wichita.
Ain't no better vets in Wichita than we got here.
Doc Fabrique is an M.D. If he takes a liking to Roscoe, he'll save him.
What's liking him got to do with it?
Well, you don't know Doc Fabrique. If he takes a notion, he can be a medical genius. It'll take him a little while to get here by train and stage. You just keep Roscoe alive until then.
Oh, I shouldn't let you go to all this trouble, why? Guess I'm a plumb fool about Roscoe.
Don't you worry. Dr. Fabrique's our man. I'll send the telegram. You and Dad just try to break that fever.
Are you sick or something? Got a
them horses! I told you this was an emergency case.
Keep your shirt on, Doc. Shove along, boys. Ha!
It's none of my business, Doctor, but did Marshal Earp get shot? Full question. And I'll give you a full answer. I don't know. He sent for you without telling what ailed him? He wrote that telegram with his last strength. Only 7 words. That's too bad. Wyatt's probably dead by now, with only that Doc McCarty to help him.
Faster, faster! Wyatt'll be buried before we get there.
Shove along!
Where's Wyatt Earp? I'm Doc Fabrique from Wichita. Oh, no. Oh, no, no, no!
Howdy, Doc.
Told you, howdy me. You're supposed to be dying.
Well, I didn't wire you that. I just said it was an emergency and that you should come real quick.
Never mind. Who's the emergency?
I'll tell you all about it. You just come with me, huh?
Is Doc McCarty dying? Took some of his own medicine, huh?
I'll tell you about it later. Now, we got no time to lose.
Livery stable? You mean you put a dying man in a barn, Wyatt?
Well, you see, Doc, he's too sick to be moved.
Oh. A mule? You mean you brought me all the way from Wichita to Dr. Mule? Why, you...
Wait a minute, Doc. Wait a minute. You see, this was Doc McCarty's patient. Doc just... Well, McCarty just walked off and left him to die.
McCarty walked off the case?
Yeah. Sure did. He said he was drunk and just up and left.
Big-headed fool. Drunk, huh?
Doc, he's got a fever. You're his only chance.
Naturally. Take that blanket off him. What's it you got in your hand?
Ice.
Throw it away. Throw it away. What a pretty mule. Kalaramovich, who's been feeding him sorghum beer?
Sorghum beer?
You know what that is. All you gotta do is smell him. Either one of you own this mule?
Me? His name's Roscoe.
Doc, this is my chief deputy, Mr. Gibbs.
Doc, I sure am thankful you could come down and take a look at him.
Gabble, gabble. Time's too short. Just what I thought. You hop right over to Doc McCarty's office. Tell him I want some Ipecac, tincture of belladonna, and a quart of saline solution.
Ipecac, belladonna.
Tincture of belladonna and a quart of saline solution.
I'll fetch it, Doc.
You go get a drench bottle.
Sure. But we already drenched him.
Shut up. I'll drench him. Wyatt, I may have to use a vet's aspiration needle. Get me one, will you?
Sure, Doc, but... do you
Get
think
it, get it. Don't you worry, Roscoe. You ain't dead yet, honey. Nip and tuck. That sorghum beer's the devil's own brew. Who gave it to him?
Nobody'd have sorghum beer here in Dodge, Doc.
That's a Missouri and Kentucky drink, ain't it?
Yeah, that's right. They also make it in Tennessee, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. But if he's had the Missouri-type sorghum, I don't have much hope for him.
I'll find out, Doc.
Wait a minute, Mr. Gibbs. Doc, are you sure it's sorghum beer? Doc McCarty says the stuff isn't strong enough to do this to Roscoe.
That's what confirmed my diagnosis. Doc McCarty is an Easterner. He's from Ohio. I bet he never tasted any sorghum beer.
That's right, Doc.
Did you ever taste any?
No.
Well, shut up. You're old enough. Wyatt, freshly brewed sorghum is a fine, reasonable drink, but it don't keep too well. And once it's turned, look out! I'd rather be bitten by 6 rattlesnakes. I want some breakfast, and you're buying, Wyatt.
No, sir. It's on me.
Well, Mr. Gibbs, I think you ought to stay here. If Roscoe wakes up, he'll want to see you. Isn't that right, Doc?
Yes, yes. The animal is probably very fond of you. If he has another chill, you can send for me over at the Dodge House.
Doc? I'm sure glad you caught on. I don't want a shotgun going out gunning for those practical jokers.
Giving sorghum beer to a poor mule ain't no joke.
Well, they thought it was. Sorghum beer. Just doesn't sound plausible, Doc. I mean, why would they tote that stuff all the way to Kansas?
Anybody who's addicted to it would. You don't understand, Wyatt, because you're not a drinking man. Sorghum beer that's turned bad in the jug is quite a challenge. I lost a patient with it once.
You have the same symptoms that Roscoe has?
Well, Roscoe's just a mule, but he's led a nice, clean, wholesome, outdoor life. Yet he's just got cholera morbus. But I lost my patient with a brain hemorrhage and heart failure, like that.
Well, how long had he been drinking this stuff?
75 years. Man and boy. Now, that ain't funny, Wyatt. You know, the sorghum beer that's just turned bad is just too much of a challenge. And this fella, he got too brave.
Can't feel no temple pulse.
Let me feel. You missed the right spot, Dad. His heart's still a-beating, but his pulse is awful slow and thready-like.
Want me to get you, Doctor?
Well, maybe you better.
Mr. Gibbs,
I'm busy, Shuffles.
Roscoe dying? Why, it was Heck Miller and some of those Missouri boys that ride for the J.W. They gave him a full bucket full of sorghum beer.
When was this?
Why, yesterday afternoon, you left Roscoe at Toby's Trough. Miller and the boys were about half drunk. They thought it was a good joke, see?
Where's Heck Miller now?
Why, at the J.W. camp, I reckon, just south of town.
I thank you for that. Dad, can I use your horse?
Oh, sure. But Wyatt said...
It ain't Wyatt's mule.
You better go and tell her. I didn't figure shotgun to get that riled.
I ain't telling nobody. Neither you.
Yes, sir. That's the way you want it.
That's the way I want it.
Look, I'm not arguing for shotgun's sake alone. If you went out there to punish somebody and you know about it, you're in trouble.
How do you figure that?
Because if shotgun's mad enough to kill, that'd be murder. You'd be an accessory. Isn't that right, Doc?
Yeah, you'll have to hang 'em both. Don't make any difference with Lenhart. He's old enough to go anyway.
I ain't as old as you are.
You're still at the ripe hanging age. Get him out of here, Wyatt. He's making me lose count on my dosage.
Well, let him stay here with you, then at least I'll know where he is.
Oh, wait, Wyatt. I ain't aiming to get hung. You find Shuffles Monahan. He's the one that told Gibbs.
Shuffles Monahan?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Hey, Curly's got a whole jug of it.
I hope it ain't curry.
Now, take it easy, Heck. It don't taste just right. Well, I told you to get it from the Kentucky boys. Well, they already gone south. Well, we'll soon find out. It's turned. Well, not that bad. It's just as bad as the stuff we gave that mule. All right, you go ahead and drink it. You'll get sicker than the mule got. Who's that? Not me. Red?
Uh-uh.
All right, you chickens, what's a big rooster? No. Well, now, wait a minute, Heck, you said... Look, I don't care what happens to you, but I want to keep some of this sorghum beer.
Listen to him, Pearlie.
You better listen to me. Now, you give me that cork. You know, there's good and evil spirits in sorghum beer. Once it's taken a notion to turn bad, a man should respect that notion. Come on, I still got some whiskey.
You go tell Doc Fabrique I've gone out to the JW camp.
Yes, sir.
If Roscoe's feeling any better, you ride after him.
Shotgun go out there?
Yeah, he sure did. Hope I get there in time. It'll help if Roscoe's feeling better.
Blasted, where's my stethoscope?
Round your neck.
Oh, sure it is. Huh? Uh-huh. Is he dead? Nip and tuck. Give me the syringe.
Doc, Wyatt wants to know if Roscoe's feeling any better.
Shut up. You lock that door, Leonard. And bar it.
He's just about gone, Joe.
Don't drink it all, Red. Yeah, Pearlie. Good, ain't it?
That's right good liquor. But it ain't sorghum beer.
You still got some sense, Pearlie.
Seems to me, Heck, we could risk a bit of sorghum. We put in a good foundation.
Yeah, how about that, Heck? No. Now, you all boys quit talking about this sorghum or I'm gonna bust a jug.
Keep your hands off them guns.
What's that you're shooting, mister? A cannon?
You drop them gun belts or you'll find out. This a jug of sorghum beer?
Go on, help yourself. No need to get hostile. We'll give you the whole jug.
Which one of you hombres is Heck Miller?
I am. Where you from, Johnny Law?
Dodge. You killed my mule.
Oh? That old mule die? Well, we're plumb sorry, mister. We was only funning.
Well, I ain't.
Well, now, look, we'll pay for the mule. You asked the JW foreman.
There ain't enough money to pay for Roscoe.
Well, now, look, you're not aiming to shoot us.
I ain't right here. Those white herbs probably are trailing me. Get over there in them bushes. Move!
Come on. Up you go. Up. Come on. Come on. Come on. Up.
I'll get down here.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Up. Come on. Up. Come on.
Whoopee.
Oh, Roscoe. It's a miracle, Doc.
Fush. It's just a case of medical science winning out over sorghum beer poison. And you help Roscoe by leading a nice, clean outdoor life. Don't feed him any water till I've had my breakfast. And keep this door barred.
Right.
Dad Linhart! Get out of my way! Get out of my way!
I happen to be a lady who doesn't have to...
Open your mouth wide. Uh-huh. You're bilious. You go to your hometown doctor. I'm an out-of-town specialist.
All right, hold on, Doc. Is the mule dead?
Any more bright questions? Get out of my way.
That was Roscoe. Doc pulled him through.
You was all right. Hey. You folks skedaddle. You're making Roscoe nervous.
All we want to know is he all right. Doc Fabrique.
What do you want?
Wyatt went after Mr. Gibbs. He said for me to go out to the JW camp as soon as I had definite word.
Nothing definite. You can't count on a mule. He'll die on you just to be contrary.
No, but Doc, Mr. Gibbs went gunning after those
I hope
Missouri
he finds him. Now skedaddle. I'm hungry.
Shotgun! Shotgun!
You killed him. I reckon so. I made him drink what they give to Roscoe.
Mr. Gibbs, you're under arrest.
Suits me.
They're still alive. Are you loco? All this over a mule. Don't you know if they die, Judge Tobin will call it first-degree murder?
They done it to Roscoe.
Roscoe's a mule. You don't go around poisoning 4 men out of vengeance for a practical joke.
Why take it so hard, Wyatt? Hanging's as good a way to go as most others. Heaps that better than some.
Hey, Wyatt! Wyatt?
That's Joe.
Over here in the brush!
Now, Mr. Gibbs, you've saved my life quite a few times. You're gonna get a running start. Now go on!
Nope. But I thank you kindly just the same.
Of all the stupid, senseless idiots. There's your mule, Mr. Gibbs.
Roscoe! You take care of this critter, Gibbs. He just tried to bite Joe, and he's already kicked my horse. And don't you send me another lying telegram, Wyatt.
Wait a minute. Mr. Gibbs fed them fellas some sorghum beer. They're mighty sick. I don't think they're gonna last long.
Sorghum beer, bah. I ain't even gonna get off my horse.
Oh, yes, you are. If those fellas die, Mr. Gibbs is liable to hang. Now, you wouldn't want Roscoe there to die of a broken heart, would you?
No.
Well?
Is there any sorghum juice left in that jug?
A little.
Give it here.
Doc, that's poison.
Shut up. Just turn to shade. Oh, just what I needed. Sorghum beer, it's a mighty fine drink.
You mean they're not gonna die?
Them scamps, they just got weak stomachs. They haven't just been drinking sorghum beer. They've been drinking corn liquor. They passed out from being plain drunk. Sorghum beer won't hurt you if it ain't turned bad. Sorghum beer is the finest nectar on earth when it ain't turned bad. Remind me to send you a jug, Wyatt. It might break you of that miserable milk habit.
You know, the least we can do is take them fellas on back to Dodge.
Doc Fabrique won't touch them.
Doc McCarty would.
You don't need a hometown doctor. They'll be coming to and crawling around like jackasses. No offense, Roscoe. I'm going back into town. I'm hungry.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told.
আপনি কিন্তু দেখতে যথেষ্ট সুন্দরী একজন মানুষ, দেখতে বেশ রোমান্টিক, যেন শেক্সপিয়ারের নাটকের কোনো নায়িকার মতো। ভেবেছিলাম, কিন্তু আপনি তো পুরোটাই মর্মান্তিক। যে কোনো মানুষ আপনাকে দেখে মর্মাহত হতে পারে।
এইখানে গাড়ি থামা।
আমার হালকা হতে 1 মাস সময় লেগেছে।
আপনার 1 মাস সময় লাগে? আমার হালকা হতে তো 1 মিনিট লাগে।
আমার কাছে মনে হয় জীবনসঙ্গী এমন হওয়া উচিত যার সাথে আপনি প্রতিটা মুহূর্ত উপভোগ করতে পারবেন, সারাক্ষণ খুনসুটিতে মেতে থাকতে পারবেন, এবং তার মনে এমনভাবে বসবাস করবেন যে আপনার দিকে সে একটাবার তাকালেই বলে দিতে পারবে যে তার বেঁচে থাকার কারণই আপনি।
পথে চলতে চলতে, কথা বলতে বলতে, কখন যেন হলে আমার।
জানি গল্পে গল্পে, মিশে অল্পে অল্পে, আমিও হয়ে গেছি তোমার।
ছোট ছোট ভুল ফুটে হলো ফুল, যে তোমাকে পেলাম।
গুটি গুটি পাই স্বপ্নের লাই, আমি ভেসে গেলাম।
আপনি কি মনে করেছেন একজন মানুষ আমার জীবন থেকে চলে গিয়েছে এবং আপনি সেই সুযোগটা কাজে লাগিয়ে আপনার ফিলিংস গুলো আমার কাছে এক্সপ্রেস করবেন আর আমি সেটা হ্যাপিলি অ্যাকসেপ্ট করে নিব? এই হচ্ছে আপনার বন্ধুত্বের নমুনা?
রোদের পাখি তোর শহরে, আমার মনের স্বপ্ন ঘিরে। ওরে পাখি ওরে সারাক্ষণ, তোর শহরে বৃষ্টি হলে ভিজে আমার মন।
Rồi, bye bye. Nhà đi đâu ba. Rồi, phải đùa của ba kiếm tiền. 36 thì kiếm 80 tỷ. 8 80 tỷ để quay 10 lần của chiến sĩ sinh hoạt kia. Của đây sinh cũng căng ấy chứ. Của 37 lần rồi đấy. Ui, thua. Tận đại. Xong rồi quay 36 bờ cái bước lại nha. Đó không perfect, siêu buồn đấy. Đó đi đây tốt rồi. Shit này. Ui không đấu à? Lòng rất là mở trung tàu. Rồi 2 lần có tới gia đình, 3 lần có tới gia đình, 4 lần, 5 lần, 22 đúng tiền. Sắp được nước màu này 39 tỷ năng lượng, dấu ngoài ở đây ạ, theo 1 tỷ năng lượng dấu nhỉ. Cái gì vậy? Chỉ cần nói nha. Tỷ năng lượng mà nó là nhiều lượng vãi. Kiếm uy lực. Ui. Bây giờ. Hút. Hút. Rồi.
ভালোবাসা সুন্দর, ভালোবাসাও সুন্দর। মানুষ নিজের অজান্তেই ভালোবেসে ফেলে।
আমারও মনে হয় কি জানেন, আপনার মতো জানাশোনা কাউকে না আমার বিয়ে করা উচিত।
এটা কি উপলক্ষে?
ম্যাডাম, ফুলটা গ্রহণ করুন, তারপরে বলতেছি।
ভোটার আইডি কার্ডে যার স্বাক্ষরের জায়গায় টিপসই দেয়, এখানে কেউ ডাক্তার।
এই দুইজনের মধ্যে যে আগে ম্যাডামের মন জয় করতে পারবে, ম্যাডাম তার।
একদিন না দেখলে তোমায় বন্ধু আন্ধার লাগে সব, তোমার এই প্রেমে এমনই টান।
রুগীদের তো ডক্টরের কাছে আসলে ব্যথা কমে যায়, আপনি তো উল্টো হলো কেন? আপনি কি উল্টা?
তোমায় ছাড়িয়া যাব মরিয়া, তোমায় ছাড়িয়া যাব মরিয়া, যেও না বন্ধু আমার, ভুলিয়া ভুলিয়া।
আমার মনে হয় আমার সমস্যা কপালে। ম্যাডাম, আমার কপালে নেই, আমার কপালে আছে দাগ।
Và VS biết đều hiểu. Được mà nó cũng chuẩn chỉ chứ. Cái khổng lồ. Chỉ lấy một cái đéo này nhét lên. Cái khổng lồ vậy thì sao? Linh trên lên không nhặt trước lần nữa. Hello guys. Tao nhìn chắc sẽ chim choang kìa. Mấy thằng Trung Quốc cũng ra này. Đây có thằng điên xin ở Pripyat. Mình có thích Pripyat không? Có thằng con lợn này. 34 tỷ nhỉ. Bay đến 80 triệu. Không mời. Đồng. Yes, bay. Ghê. Rồi nguyên nhà. Đéo giờ đánh nguyên nhà vào. Không, chết một con kia đấy. Cái khởi đét thì mấy con này ở phần dưới mình sẽ quay một cười nó chịu mà tắc kè nhìn như con nhái bên chia lên cầm nó vậy như ngồi như ai đánh bộ khởi đầu đúng không vậy? Cộng một tướng à? Không, ai đánh bộ khởi đầu cũng thầy à? Thôi thầy xin phép vậy. Còn tiền 3 sao tiếp 3 thì check bài á, không có thằng đánh á. Này có oan thì sao? Không phải. Đánh thần rừng à? À đâu? Hiệu này đánh thần sút cho. Bên chi lên bay cho tài 35 một 35 35.000 hai lap Này kia chắc bay như ác quỷ. 800 năng lượng. Rebirth 16 mà triệu quay kia qua này. $16 triệu rồi à? Và từ thế tiếp cút về kia một lap một để Rebirth này. Quay 230 củ phù thủy à.
তোমাকে 15 লাখ টাকাই দিতে হবে। তুমি যদি দিতে না পারো তোমার বাবাকে কল দাও। তোমার যত জমি জিরাত বাড়িতে যা যা আছে এগুলো বেচা হইলেও তোমরা আমাদের টাকা পাই পাই করে শোধ করবা।
একটা ব্যাপার কি খেয়াল করছো? শহরে কিন্তু দুইটা রূপ, রাতের এক রূপ, দিনের আর এক রূপ।
বেঁধেছি ঘর হৃদয়ের পর গাঢ় সবুজ ওই গহীন বনে।
আরে ব্রো, সবসময় চিল থাকতে হবে, কিচ্ছু মাথায় নেওয়া যাবে না।
ভালোবাসা হচ্ছে একজন আরেকজনের উপর ভরসা করে, একজন আরেকজনের হাতের উপর হাত রেখে এই জীবনটা কাটিয়ে দেয়। কিছু মানুষ এই রাত জেগে থাকে আর টাকার বিনিময়ে সুখ খোঁজে।
বসুন।
এখন তো সিরিয়াস হওয়া উচিত, তাই না? আমি তো কোথাও যাচ্ছি না পার্টি করতে। তুমি কেন যাচ্ছ? কেন বন্ধ করতে পারতেছো না বলো তো? কার যে কোথায় সুখ সেটা তার প্রিয় মানুষটাও কখনো জানতে পারে না।
পাশাপাশি তবু যাচ্ছি বিপরীতে, কাছাকাছি তবু যাচ্ছি বহু দূরে।
হাই, ইউ লুক গুড।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
Lắp bằng số phát chết át thì mày qua là bạn góc kia chưa? Mày đi, mày đi, Vũ thắng. Gì? Đây rồi, đến được giao dòng rồi. Kiếm đồ tanh. Tốc độ cao vậy thôi, 430 quay thì tốc độ cao. Khiếp 3 thằng tốc độ cao đua nhau à? Anh sắp dừng rồi, anh sắp đến giới hạn. Tật quỷ đây. Đua nhau rồi chứ nhỉ? Sao mình nhận lên nhỉ? Đấy 415 này. Lục mới à? 20 này. Rồi new record. Bảo mà tận 430 quay. Lục mới tận 430 sửa qua ai vượt qua được. Có tiền à? Đây add 2. Rồi đây. Rồi xong rồi. Một cái đồ thủ à? Thôi tượng đi. Đéo có đồ. Thế rồi. Hết rồi. Xì cái xa này. Đéo dài. Giờ còn ID cút lắm ạ. Rồi. Không phải thằng này. ID cầm cái cút. Một con là 2 ạ. Add 2 không sao. Vừa đây add 1 sợ điết. Hay à, thằng Oan gửi đồ à? Không sao, mình có hai bên hai thú tượng mà. Uầy, set nhảy được ấy nhở? Set 1 ạ. Hỏng rồi, thua thì đéo được. Set vẫn sống mà. Đéo hiểu. Rồi, mình sợ gặp thằng này cút luôn quá. Đéo có giết được nó ạ, gặp nó sẽ cút luôn. Khỏe đi. Chịu rồi. Đánh bài 5, đánh bài xong đấu. Xong đấu Long Vương. Sửa khỏe vãi, anh đéo đánh được. Anh có thằng anh thua luôn. Đi lao 3 hoặc là set 2 thì còn có cơ hội. Thấy nó thật. Rồi cộng 10 perfect cho tao. Thằng cầm át nhỉ? Thằng này cầm một con át, đéo ra át 2. Cười rất chịu. Ngon thì lớt à? Anh đặt đi lao 3. Rồi gặp thằng này rồi. Gặp thằng ấy rồi. Kệ đi. Thôi anh bay tiếp, anh không quan tâm. Không quan trọng vụ nổ lớn. Đi lê kìa, sợ vãi. Ê, thằng này xin xuống đây đấy. Rồi, xong rồi, thua rồi, đi rồi. Đi xin xuống.
দরকার পড়লে একটা রিকশাওয়ালাকে বিয়ে করবো, কিন্তু তারপর তোকে বিয়ে করতে
তুমি
না।
যদি মরে যাও আমি তোমাকেই বিয়ে করবো।
দেখো দেখো বিয়ে এত সোজা
আমার 5টা কন্ডিশন।
কয়টা?
5টা।
আমি জেডি সাফায়েত রমরাজন।
স্যার এটা তো ভোটার আইডি কার্ড স্যার।
বাড়িতেই করবেন নাকি হোটেলে?
না না, আপনি যেমনটা ভাবছেন বিষয়টা তা না।
হ্যাঁ আপনি তো করবেন।
তোমাকে দিয়ে হবে না, আমি জানতাম। শুধু শুধু সময় নষ্ট করো না।
ভাই আপনি তো অনন্ত দলিল না যে অসম্ভবকে সম্ভব করে আপনার কাজ।
জিমি জিমি জিমি।
কি হচ্ছে?
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা আচ্ছা।
আঙ্গের একদম বইরা দিমু। যাচ্ছে সব বাইর কর।
শর্ত দিয়ে বিয়ে শর্ত দিয়ে বিয়ে।
ভাই যে বয়সে মানুষ গার্লফ্রেন্ডের কামড় খায়, সে বয়সে আপনি কুত্তার কামড় খেয়ে হাসপাতালে ভর্তি হয়েছেন।
Ăn ngay. Wow, Hiếu vui, Hiếu béo, tao mày. Không Tuấn xong gì? Dương áo Dương về quê. Không Dương về quê gì? Ai cho về quê cho nước vào trong. Ai đi ăn lỗ ấy. Thằng Dương đi ăn lỗ ấy. Chít đây à? Có một chít đây à? Một chít đây là đâu? 5 người mà, chủ đề béo rồi đó, em quên rồi. Đó. Yes. 200 một. Em muốn chắc cái thôi nhỉ, tích tích bao giờ nhớ tích cho em. Ê, cái mày. Cái trò đang có sự kiện đúng không? Trời. Lúc game này có sự kiện nó đang cho bốn mấy tiếng x2 ngôi sao, x2 may mắn, x2 tiền này, có sao? À, gà, núp, cậu một núp. Anh không sẵn sàng một trận từ của anh. Đau hàm. Cộng một chít đây Vũ ơi, cộng một chít đây. Yes. Đinh. Một chút vua cao ấy. Vua cao. Chắc là khỏi lưng người vua à? Tin này tin. Chắc là thằng này ngồi nhiều quá bị thoái hóa rồi. Này từ ngày đánh game từ cấp 2 đến bây giờ. Sướng mà áp này lên. Yes sir, bút. Này. Tí được lắp tiếp theo. 200 củ, 300 củ vào. Đây rồi, sắp reverse nữa rồi. Một reverse nữa xong bay cứ chậm chậm ấy. Chôn đấy. Học vị trí 6 đang làm content mà. Thì anh ấy. Anh chị 6 ơi, lo học vị trí 6 trên link các chú bé đi đánh giải. Ở Viking. Thằng ấy đánh chôn mà. Gì phải Titan giải khó do cái thằng ấy sự kinh ấy. Anh mua chuột ở shop của nó mà em, thằng ấy nó order chuột nước ngoài nó bán rồi đấy, anh không mua chuột của nó mà. Chuột xịn, chuột 7 lít, chuột nói chung là chuột xịn nhất trong tầm giá một củ rồi. Đó, có xịn chú binh nhất trong tầm giá một củ này em. anh không mấy con đấy đâu, mấy con đấy anh không có tiền. Cho nên là thầy 400 tỷ thôi, thầy rồi, thầy cần bay 3 lần nữa thì đủ. Nhà đây đâu? Có chứ sao không? Đây, mở trứng em ơi. Thôi à? Không biết. Chó à? Mà có chửi gì không? Anh ra con thờ rét rồi này, nó bắt anh đánh định mệnh đúng rồi. Trời ơi, nó bắt ra thờ rét với con Afia. Tôi xóa này đó. Ha. Con thầy vợ bạn gái cơ quan. Gái cơ quan. Gái thế là là vậy. Cảm ơn con thầy bạn gái thật ra là gì. Vẫn làm game. Vẫn làm game. Làm game mà, tớ làm game mà. Uầy, anh ra quả đại tiêu bị sự đồ ngon hết. 500 toái thôi, đây rồi, 500 toái mua sắp rebirth rồi. Birthday to you, happy rebirth to you. Kính chị lệnh. Thằng Red làm việc không? Red gì thôi tất cả mọi thứ đều dừng lại rồi. Ôi khỏe đấy. Ây à, mua đánh content à? Ơi đánh content mà. Cầm cái tên lửa bay sự nhanh ấy. Một tháng 4 tuần tròn bền. Cái gì vậy? Nó mang theo hả? Tưởng mày mang theo. Tự động chuyển hóa bản đấu. Rồi xong. Ui tao oan rồi. Mày đi. Mày đi, tao oan rồi, tao oan rồi, mày đi. Không à? Dễ lắm. Nhảy đấy, không phải. Nhảy dễ mà, nhảy dễ chết. Có cam không nhỉ? Có cam không nhỉ? Quân sự không có tại chỗ cao, quân sự không cam. Cũ mà, nó là bọn tao học trường thể thao, trường giáo dục thể dục, trường thể dục thể thao, sự là đúng phải trường. Nó đang ẩn danh. Sorry broccoli, tôi lỡ nhảy. đang ẩn danh thế gì. Bảo là sau trận chung kết tôi trả nợ gì chứ. Giờ đang mua đá bóng nữa, sự bị chi linh ấy. Tôi sổ hộ nghèo à? Thắng à? Ui, nhiều thế nhờ. Rồi, được. Anh ấy à? Anh ấy vẫn học ở đấy à? Lại ra hay sao ấy? Nó đánh đi quy rất mà. Đánh đi chiến tướng hay sao ấy? What the hell? Rồi chưa? Đừng, cho nên quân sao được? Chơi gì trên máy tính đi. Được, giờ làm sự khoản. con vợ hôm nọ quay lên mình cái sự cáo ấy. Đéo hiểu. Con vợ anh qua sự điêu ấy. Nó quay lên mình mà đéo hiểu. Thấy anh thanh niên đang 31 tiếng. Xong rồi ấn vào thấy đánh liên minh. Đéo hiểu. Lúc ấy mày chưa check kìa. Tao ấn vào thấy đánh minh. Đéo hiểu. Con vợ chôn cho chịu rồi. Rồi ngứa nghiện mà, sự nghiện đấy. Đam mê. Cái gì? Cái gì? Nhưng mà cái gì ấy? Anh nói cái gì? Không, cái thằng quay viết cùng của tao đợt rồi. Đâu, thằng ấy nó dám đánh nó dám đánh liên minh. Quý mà. Có thấy không? Nó để bao nhiêu? Để nó để xịn à? Nó để xịn à? What? À, chắc là nó sẽ thế cho mượt đấy, cho vít vân vân. Thằng Vũ quay tên lỏ mà. 2 tiếng 6 ghi gì. Ui, anh đi bớt rồi Vũ ơi. Anh bay trên trời Vũ ơi. Anh sử dụng bay trên trời đến đây super xe. Đi bớt liều ba. Quay lọ đéo gì đấy. Vũ, anh bay siêu thấp Vũ ơi. Anh đi bớt sang bay siêu thấp này. Bớt sang bay siêu thấp mà. Anh sử dụng yếu rồi Vũ. Được anh chạy. Không, tại trường mày có cơ sở xịn nên chỉ chả phải ở đấy sao? Phải cho học sinh mình thấy là trường mình có một cơ sở xịn là Binh Chi Linh. Lụm mà. Yeah. Tình yêu lúc quân sự chỉ để làm content thôi. Có mấy thằng đợt tao đi ấy, đợt tao đi 2 đứa mà đang quân sự đấy là 2 đứa trong cái group content của trường mà thì nó nhìn đã biết rồi nhưng mà muốn nhìn muốn tưởng thằng ấy cao cao. Nó tóc xù mà, thằng ấy tóc xù thực sự là